Hey, what's going on, Klein and Ellie?
Are you ready?
Hey, Klein and Ellie. Happy BF Thursday. I love Klein and Ellie, you little bitch. Klein and Ellie, it's just okay. Do-do-do.
Just don't let things bother you too much.
Good morning, everybody.
BF Thursday, it's just okay. Do-do-do.
Whoa, sweet David Snake, did you see that?
Viva Klein and Ellie show.
Let's get the show started. The show started. The show started.
We are live in Los Angeles. 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
It's Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The sonic pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous KROQ.
Hell yeah. Welcome to your pre-Quen Friday Eve, and welcome to your BF Thursday.
No.
You gotta let it go, man.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
Thursday. Oh, Jake.
That should be sign number one.
Oh, no. I'm going to tell you, I will play you this audio later in the show today. I was trying to explain to my kids that their job as the youth, the future, is to go and spread the word among the youth about BF Thursday and make sure that everyone has breakfast for dinner today. Let's make that the new Taco Tuesday, a breakfast for dinner one day of the week. And I'll play all this audio later because they really hated it, but it's nothing worse than coming...
They hated it or they hated you?
Both, I think, Allie. But, I mean, specifically as I am trying to explain to them the concept. And they love breakfast for dinner, so they like the concept. But, boy, do they hate everything else about it. Here's just a tease. Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Thursday. Why don't you like the name?
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's
right.
stupid. That was the reaction. And kids are brutally honest, so...
And kids are the goofiest, weirdest...
Right.
You know, that's the generation that would find it fun or funny,
They
and they don't.
But anyway, if you're going to celebrate, for those of you who celebrate, breakfast for dinner today. Enjoy it.
For those of you who celebrate, which is just you.
Just me. I'll be having breakfast for dinner later today, and I hope you join me. That's all I'm saying. To be
Thursday.
Hey, Jake, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Thursday to you too, sir.
God damn it, I'm out.
Now I like it.
Oh, no. This morning on the show, we got lots for you. Spots on that standby boarding list so we can get you to England for Reading Festival. We will also listen to some damning audio to prove that whatever side hustle or side hobby your neighbor has is not as bad as it could be. Allie is dealing with something, and boy, I'll tell you, this is intense. And if you have a neighbor that's decided to start a business in their own backyard, you better hope it's one of those quiet businesses that doesn't involve...
It doesn't involve this?
The sweet sounds of this.
Is that somebody getting murdered?
That is a murder for hire business that's happening next door. It's this happens all day. That's all day,
Are
by
those
the way.
children?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was sexy time for a little bit there.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
They heard about the name BF Thursday, and they're reacting. So anyway, we'll figure out whose neighbor has the absolute most annoying side hustle, because there's a lot going on right now. We will be a distraction from everything else going on in the world. We're also going to be on full drone watch. So Jake will go out to the parking lot today and keep his eyes...
On a Thursday?
On a Thursday. We're going to send him out there to look up at the sky and make sure that we're all safe during the show today.
Good.
And we'll make it worth your while. Let's make this the greatest hour of your life. Thanks for spending with us. Klein Alley Show on KROQ. If you need us, phone's open, text line open, 800-520-1067. Good morning.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ. Yeah! KROQ.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. I'm hoping that Allie did not see the story that has gone a bit viral right now about a couple that had a wedding, and we are officially, I think, entering all things wedding seasons, and someone RSVP'd they would go and then did not show up. So the couple sent
What
them...
must that be like?
Okay, here we go, because Allie has held this over my head now for the last 5 years, that I said I would go to her wedding and then did not show up, because I did tell her my daughter is going to be born probably the week of your wedding.
Then just say I can't go.
Well, I wanted to
make you think I was going.
I wanted to
And
go.
waste money. And she was serving
Steak.
That's right. And this,
That was your meal choice.
This couple that has gone viral now is gone viral because they sent the people that did not show up at their wedding but RSVP they would be there a $240 invoice that basically said, this is what we paid for you, assuming that you would go. This is what we got charged.
Yeah.
You were our guest. You were invited. You didn't show up. You didn't give us a good reason. I actually had a good reason. And as a result, we are now sending you an invoice, and you can pay. And some people are saying good move on them, and other people are saying very tacky.
Here's the thing, is in our situation, you tend to overcommit to things because you don't want to disappoint anybody.
That's right.
I think you knew already that you were not going to come to my wedding because your kid was born.
I bought a plane ticket. I ate a plane ticket. I ate it. I mean, I didn't eat it literally.
Send her an invoice.
I may send you an invoice for my plane ticket. I'm going to find it, too.
Why would I pay you anything?
You know what? Jake makes a good point. I'm going to send you the invoice. I got to find it.
Yeah. Why would I give you any money?
Because I bought a plane ticket.
You're the idiot who bought a plane ticket when your kid was born a week before the wedding.
Less than a week. Less than a week.
Right. So why wouldn't you just say, I can't go? I have a newborn baby.
Yeah, but it wasn't about the newborn baby part. I had no problem leaving the newborn baby and getting out of there. I was going to pull an Omar's dad, maybe even one-way it.
Yeah, you've done it for, work. Wasn't one of your kids, born and then you had an on-air shift, hours later?
Yeah, I came in here. And in fact, when my first daughter was born, I left her at home when she was about 3 days old to go to a different wedding on the East Coast with a buddy
Must
of
have been
mine.
nice. What'd you get eat there?
It wasn't that I didn't want to go to
What was the reason then?
The reason was she was born with a
health problem. Sorry.
Yes, Allie. She was born with a, quote, health problem, and we weren't sure. And we weren't sure. Hydronephrosis, look it up. It's a real thing. And we weren't sure if we were going to have to do some sort of a surgery thing right out of the gate. So, sorry, Allie, that I need a steak. Trust me when I say my medical bills were way more expensive than whatever steak I didn't eat.
In this case.
But for how many years are you going to hold this over my goddamn head?
Every year.
It's funny because every time Allie's got an anniversary or Portland comes up in a conversation or goddamn steak comes up, she will crowbar in the fact that I didn't show up at her wedding and a steak sat on a plate in Portland. Of course I got her a present. I don't remember what.
I don't remember what that was.
BS. F you. I got you. I definitely got you a present. And a nice present, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm sure. So, I think
you panhandled for your honeymoon, I believe. I think I bought you...
It was a honey fund.
Yeah, I think I bought you a stupid couples massage in Thailand or something.
Okay, well, that was memorable. Not as memorable as it would have been if you were at my wedding.
All right, well, whatever. So
anyway, in this case...
Invoice, I guess...
As you can see, it's frustrating when people pull out at the last minute, and you have made careful selections of who you're going to invite to your wedding. You've cut people out. You've put them on the bubble. It's a very long, involved process. Then you have to deal with the RSVPs, and you finally settle on the list, the seating assignments, the food, everything, and then someone just decides, I'm not going to show up.
Yeah, but going in, any good wedding coordinator is going to tell the bride and groom that no matter what you do, you have there are people that are just going to not show up.
You got a couple no-shows.
That's just the way it is.
Right. So the wedding coordinator has to communicate. There's always going to be a Klein.
Oh.
They don't say that.
There's always going to be a guy like him who will leave a steak on the table.
They don't say that. And by the way, I wish I had...
To buy Klein insurance.
You could have sent me the steak. I would have happily eaten it back here in California.
Or just invite someone like me who will eat all the leftover steak.
Oh.
That's true. You got to buy a cleanup guy.
I do agree that not showing up at a wedding that you've RSVP'd you'll be at sucks. However, there are certain excuses that I think are acceptable. And that's why people have a few bubble people floating around. The other thing is...
Maybe there wasn't an excuse, though, and that's why they sent him a bill.
You know what we learned about in L.A., specifically in L.A., it's probably true for most things, is that when you offer, like Jake's doing this comedy show on Friday, it's free show. No one has any commitment to it. So people will say, I'll be at your show. It's free. Easy to get to, no expense. But because they're not committed financially at all, they didn't buy it. They're more likely night of to go, traffic's not great. I'm just not going to go. I don't care.
That's why when you go to a reservation for a dinner place and it's like a whatever place, you think, I'll make the reservation, but there's nothing at stake here.
Right.
When they start doing credit card information, you're like, yikes, we got to be there at 6:15 sharp.
I've never been more on time for a goddamn when they're like holding the credit card. And they're like, if you don't show up, it's a $25 a person charge.
Even if it's a small amount, you're like, no.
I've had stomach flu. I'm like, we're going to this goddamn restaurant. So, in general, just understand if you are planning a wedding or plan on attending a wedding, if you do not show up, get ready for the invoices. They're going to start rolling in.
Cool.
So, Allie, I will send you the invoice for my plane ticket.
And I'll send you mine.
Great. Cancel out. Quick break. If you want easy money, an invoice for $100 from Allie. If you want it, call now 800-520-1067. 5 questions about the news stand between you and getting paid. And there's been a lot of news the last 24 hours, so I'm sure you're up to date on that. We'll come back with that and more next.
KROQ Mile High favorite K-Rock fans and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaine's DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list, courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on KROQ to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Visit calldowntown.com for a free case review.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Chili peppers guaranteed, money guaranteed as well. If you beat Allie, tomorrow it'll be a $500 Friday around this very time. If you're not on the phones right now, couldn't get through, or didn't even bother calling, tomorrow morning around this time, a chance to win $500 of Allie's money, and that's enough to almost fill up your entire gas tank. So I recommend you get that money while you can. Easy money every morning around this time as Allie will leave the KROQ studios. Someone gets to battle her. Hold on, let's say hi to... this is Why from Garden Grove, who is battling Allie today. Good morning, Why.
Hi, good morning. I love you guys. I listen to you guys every morning on the way to work.
Well, the very least we can do for that beautiful compliment is give you $100 of Allie's money. She is officially out of the studio. Thank you for calling and playing. I hope you do well. A lot of people think, because they've heard it before on the radio and they answer the questions in their car, that when they finally get to battle Allie, it's no problem. Then they crumble under the pressure. I hope that is not the case with you. Why? Your round officially begins right now. Hit it now.
Allie knows the news.
The Oscar gift bag that will be given to the nominees and presenters at the Academy Awards this weekend is valued at what dollar amount?
$1,000.
$1,000. Go to question number 2. Side hustle alert. This brand that I'm sure you've had before is going to pay people, or at least someone, to travel around Europe trying foods mixed with this brand that has been around for a long-ass time. Which brand is now offering, it's a side hustle opportunity. Travel around Europe and try foods as long as you try the foods with their product.
Oh, Bertolli?
Say that again?
Bertolli, the spaghetti brand?
Bertolli. All right, I'll write that down. Go to question 3. Tom Brady. There's a new rumor report that he's getting cozy with whose ex-wife? Tom Brady is hanging out with whose ex-wife?
Michael Jordan?
Question number 4. Scary news as of yesterday. There was reports, unspecified reports, unconfirmed reports, and not necessarily credible reports that California is potentially going to be attacked by what?
Drone strikes from Iran.
And finally, question number 5. This rock frontman will be the Grand Marshal at the NASCAR event happening this weekend, the NASCAR Pennzoil 400. Which rock frontman is going to be Grand Marshal of that?
John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi. Sounds about right. All right, let's bring Allie in. We'll score it together and see how you did. It's always easier when you're listening rather than when you're playing along, but with real money on the line, you never know. There's a lot of news in the world. Sometimes people come into this thing, think they've all studied up, and then realize, man, I was ill-prepared. Allie's back in her seat now. Here we go. Question 1. The Oscar gift bag that is going to be going to nominees and presenters is valued at what dollar amount?
I was just reading about this, and I believe it is $350,000.
Okay, that's very different than what Y guessed, which was $1,000.
Y?
That's her name, Y.
Oh, Y. Okay.
Sadly,
$1,000 would. I think that's the lowest item was like one chocolate that's worth $5, but I think most of the stuff is thousands and thousands of dollars in value.
They're claiming that the Oscar gift bag that will be given out to the people is valued at $346,000. So Allie went over, which means Y, who said $1,000, gets the point. Why? Congratulations.
That's ridiculous.
Why? You're up 1-0 on Allie. It's unbelievable that you got that. I can't believe it either.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck, Allie. Sucks to suck. Question number 2. Side hustle alert. This brand is going to hire someone to travel around Europe trying fancy foods and mixing it with their product. It's another side hustle.
I can't believe I didn't get this story in my feed. I think I'm just going to guess mayonnaise.
Oh, you were so close.
Is it ketchup?
She guessed pasta. It's not mayonnaise. It's not ketchup. Hidden Valley Ranch is going to hire a ranch ambassador. A ranch ambassador could be you. We'll give you details, I'm sure, later this morning. And you get to travel around Europe on their dime, and all you have to do is get really good food and then dip it in their ranch.
Ranch ambassador?
That's what they're calling
They're
the position.
as good as you are at coming up with names, Mr. Thursday.
Thank you. Thank you.
A ranch ambassador.
No one gets the point. And we go to question 3. Allie's still down 1 to why. Tom Brady, rumor report, is now getting cozy with the ex-wife of who? Saying Tom Brady. Everyone's very concerned about who Tom Brady's sleeping with these days, and now they're saying that he is hanging out with the ex-wife of who? Big story.
God. Maybe it's Dak Prescott's ex-fiancé.
Oh,
or Dak. Is that right? Is that
what you think is happening already? Yeah.
That
is incorrect. They're saying now, the rumor report, Tom Brady is spending a lot of time with Scooter Braun's ex-wife. That's the big story that's making the rounds. We go to question 4. Allie's still up 1. Scooter Braun, dude, is the
He's with Sydney Sweeney now. That's all I know.
No, he's not anymore, I think. Oh, he is. Yes, he is. Well, was rumored to be. God,
his name's
nice.
Scooter?
Yeah, dude, a guy named Scooter.
You wouldn't know any of the artists he represents, Jake, because they're not bands from 95 years ago.
I like a bunch of new bands.
Go to question 4. And Allie is still down 1.
You shut up. Stay out of
this. Why'd you get so insulted about that?
California.
So he doesn't know who Scooter Braun is.
Sadly going to be reports that California, Allie, is going to be attacked by what?
Drones. Drone
She got that as well. There you go. A couple of points on that. So now here we go.
You know what those are, Jake?
She's up 1 with 1 question left, and I can't believe you have a chance to win Allie's money. This rock frontman will be the Grand Marshal at NASCAR's Pennzoil 400 event happening this weekend. Rock frontman, Grand Marshal.
He's not represented by Scooter.
This weekend. He's not represented by Scooter Braun.
Because he's from 90 years ago?
Definitely a little bit more classic than I would argue.
We play him all the time.
You know the answer, Jake?
I do.
Don't give clues.
Oh, sorry.
We do play him all the time?
I'm not confirming that at all.
It's play him every day.
We do? Is it Anthony Kiedis?
I don't think Jake's right, by the way. But
I definitely am right.
No, that's not right. It's not Anthony Kiedis.
Guys, now I'm confused. Can we throw the question out?
Jonathan Davis of Korn is the front man. It will be the Grand Marshal at this event. Well, anyway, if you add it all up at the end, why?
This is ridiculous.
Congratulations.
I've already lost this week, and I obviously got that first question right.
Why? Don't ask why, Allie. Why? You've won $100 of Allie's money.
Oh, my God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you think this was fair?
I thought it was completely fair.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you did.
Allie, what must you...
game I've ever heard.
What must you shamefully admit over the airways of KROQ before we send Y some cash in the mail?
My name is Allie. Why? Knows the news.
There you have it. Well done. Sometimes you call, you play, you win. Other times you lose, but you still win.
KROQ Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on KROQ.
Yeah!
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Yesterday, Allie and I did something that we don't oftentimes do. After we got out of here, we decided to go hang out together.
Oh, that's a rough one.
And before we get into what we were at, which was actually
really cool.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool event that we got invited to, but it was they're doing a Hollywood prop auction. This is the stuff you always hear about, where super rich people that have too much money basically bid on stuff that you saw in movies. And we weren't invited to go with the rich people that bid on the stuff. We were just invited with the lowly media to look at the stuff that was going to be bought by the rich people. These are
post this on social media for us, right? Free publicity.
Oh, totally.
Right.
And I think that everything had glass cases on it when we were there. I'm sure they take all that off for the rich people.
Yeah, well, the rich people
They're like,
are
get
looking...
your grubby bagel-filled hands off.
Right. They know we're not going to buy the stuff, but they think, oh, look at them. They'll get to look at the the harpoon that was used in Jaws, and then some rich person's going to come in and pay, $150 or $200, $400,000 for it. The reason we wanted to go is because the volleyball, as you know, Vanessa's a huge fan of getting drunk and talking to volleyballs. The volleyball from Castaway, Wilson, was
the most famous volleyball that has ever existed.
Right, was on display, and we decided we should go check it out and relive the glory of when Vanessa got hammered and was flirting with that volleyball.
Okay, volleyball.
That's the clip of her getting drunk and talking to a volleyball at a bar.
That's not a clip from Castaway.
So what was interesting is while we were there, and, whenever they try to do one of these fancy events, they usually do it at some fancy place. We were in Beverly Hills, a fancy hotel, very unlike a place that we would actually be at.
I always feel so out of place at those.
And champagne and all that?
No champagne.
No, coffee and bagels and fruit.
We were. To be honest, it's interesting because Allie and I only went because there was a promise of, quote, light breakfast, and we weren't sure what light breakfast meant.
It even said light breakfast options, which was confusing.
Light breakfast options, and we were starving, and we'll go most places for food. So even though the real reason to go there was to see these once in a lifetime props that have been used in cool movies.
We were like, what do you think is going to be there?
Most of the conversation was about what would be the light breakfast. And would that, and I said,
would it be egg situation?
Well, when they put the word light, usually they're trying to prepare you for don't get too excited. And it ended up being like just basically a platter of bagels. And
two different types of cream cheese and some fruit.
Allie did something that I thought was very uncouth, especially at a, quote, fancy event. And I wonder if you do that regularly or that was something you just did yesterday.
What, eat a bagel with tons of cream cheese on it?
No, it's not what you did.
Oh, are you talking about the coffee thing?
Not the coffee thing.
Oh.
Did you grab something with your bare hands and put it back?
I didn't put something back.
Cougars.
Omar,
Yeah.
you do know Allie. She was picking off with a fruit platter.
Oh, I picked up a grape. Who
with
cares?
her bare hands.
Dude,
now
that's gross.
It is.
I didn't
gross.
touch any other fruit. I picked a couple of grapes off.
It's not about
whatever you have under your fingernails is all over that fruit.
No, it's not because I picked out one grape with my fingers and ate it.
Allie,
it's not like I'm grabbing a whole plate of watermelon and picking out the ones I want.
There's a fruit platter there. On the fruit platter, there are tongs. I think multiple tongs.
You can't get a grape off with a tong.
Of course you can.
No, you can't. It's on that little vine.
And I'm watching you.
You can't tong off a grape with that. I'm picking it off the vine.
You pick the whole vine then, and you pick it yourself on your plate.
But then you can't one-hand that. You have to.
You two-handed it.
Right.
She two-handed it.
You two-handed it?
She two-handed it.
That's even worse.
I put 2 fingers on the vine and took one grape off.
But you know what that looks like to anyone else who's watching. I looked at people roll their eyes.
No, you didn't.
Of course I did. It's disgusting.
Who rolled their eyes?
Everyone that was waiting for food.
Stop it. Nobody was waiting for food. Everyone had already eaten.
It's a two-tong situation. That's what you should have done.
2 tongs minimum.
I didn't have 2 tongs or 2 hands. That was the other problem.
Tommy, 2 tongs.
I didn't want to even get a plate because I didn't have. I was holding this.
You look.
This thing.
You look like a monster.
I was holding. I didn't swear.
You look like you looked like a monster. I mean, I'm just being honest.
Oh my God, you are so overdramatic because I took a grape.
Allie, there is a platter of food with tongs to serve, and you decided I'm not going to.
You can't take a grape off like that with a tong.
So then you don't need a grape.
You take 2 fingers, you put it on that little vine, you pull off a grape, and you eat it.
And people are waiting.
Nobody else is. I'm not touching anybody else's stuff. All right. And if you have to rip off the vines and take your own, then you're messing with even more of the fruit. This is a cleaner eating process.
I heard someone behind us say,
"You did not."
Can you believe she just did that?
You did not.
Yes.
You are lying.
And I saw you
talk about Allie 2 tongs.
There's nobody that
Allie,
said,
no
"I
tongs."
can't believe she did that."
Yes.
No, they didn't.
And I'll say this much:
you're lying.
I watched you go back to the platter a few times.
Because it was a good grape.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a couple more.
So what?
I heard somebody say this.
Guys, you're rotten. A monster.
Yeah.
Nobody said that.
That was the person behind us. That was the guy from CNN.
It was
there.
not a big deal.
Allie, it was.
I ate a couple of grapes. You're a germaphobe. This is why this bothers you.
No, it's not. It's not a germaphobe
Taking
situation.
one grape off of a vine.
You're getting caught up in the specifics. I'm talking about if you're at a place that has a community serving platter, and there's clearly.
So I'm going to get a plate and then put 2 grapes on it? That's effing stupid and a waste of even a plate being used.
Let's go around the room and see who would pull that same move, or if everybody would go at least minimum grab a napkin and then pull the grape off with a napkin.
Yeah, Klein, quit fruit shaming Allie.
I'm not fruit shaming Allie.
You are. You're bashing women in Women's History Month.
I'm not bashing women. I'm bashing you. And it is a fruit on fruit crime that took place. And I watched it happen because you.
I thought you were going to be more upset that I poured the half and half back into the container.
Well, that was another Allie.
That was more egregious.
I forgot about that. Allie picked up the thermos. She thought it was coffee, so she...
No. I didn't think it was coffee. It was half and half, and I was pouring it into the cup, but it did that thing where it's like dribbling out, and then all of a sudden there's a ton of
waterfall.
coffee.
A waterfall of cream.
So I poured some back into
So Allie lifted up and poured it back into the community container.
Was it a used cup that it was poured in?
It wasn't a used cup.
But no one knows that.
And they go, I can't believe that she did that.
I did hear some people behind me also say,
at the blah, blah, blah hotel.
That's the same person that touched the fruit with her hands. Allie, you do know that if you're trying to, and listen, I get it.
No, you don't, clearly.
I get that what I saw, because you're with me, so we're together, so I'm embarrassed because I'm like the person that I'm with now is picking right off of the community platter with her bare hands.
There was nobody else even around.
Oh, people are watching everything.
Oh, my God, you are so overdramatic. I grabbed 2 grapes off of a vine without getting a napkin or a plate because I'm not a germaphobe freak.
Jeff, hi, what's up?
Hey, just wondering, I was at Outback this weekend. So
good for you.
What are you supposed to do when you got the knife and the bread and you got to cut your piece off there? How do you touch that?
That's a great question and a very easy answer. When you get that big loaf of bread at the Outback, you hold the piece that you're going to eat, and then you use the knife to cut off the other part of the loaf. That way you're only touching the piece you're going to eat.
Do you think that everyone just is infecting each other with disease every time someone touches something?
I know that when I've gone...
what is the big deal?
When I've gone to Outback before and someone decides that they're going to be king of the bread and they put their gross mitt on top of the whole loaf and start cutting for everyone, you go, oh, this guy just put his gross palms on the whole loaf. It's a very easy situation. That's not me being a germaphobe. That's just being...
You obviously are paranoid about anybody's fingers touching anything that you have touched.
If I saw someone else...
Like your body is some temple. I mean, didn't we learn yesterday that everyone should be eating each other's...
Yeah, gut health.
Yeah.
Right. So Allie was helping everyone's gut health.
I didn't touch anything that anybody else ate.
When we went to...
Nobody else touched what I even touched.
When we went to the hotel in Colorado and they had that trough of eggs for breakfast, did you dig your hands into the trough directly?
I went mouth first.
Okay. Allie went bobbing for eggs.
It's the right thing to do.
All right, fair enough. I got it. All right, well, there you have it. Anyway.
There we have it. Klein being a tampon.
That's the segment.
I mean, God.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Did it ruin your breakfast?
I didn't go.
You couldn't enjoy your bagel thinking about my grape handling?
I didn't go back to the fruit platter because it was the whole thing was sabotage.
Oh, I'm so sorry you couldn't go back to your fruit platter. I think you just revisited it this morning.
But I think it's funny that you are defending the actions.
I wouldn't have done it with other fruits that were laying their slice together. It is a grape on a vine.
So you think that
it's like when you go to the grocery store, you can pick a grape off.
Okay.
It's one grape.
Fair enough.
They're disposable. Even the grapes themselves are like, take us. No one cares.
A18 says, isn't this the same Klein that shared a soup spoon with his dog before?
And shared a carrot with a goat, which you said yesterday.
Right. That's not gross.
So what's the big deal?
I put you slightly below goat.
Okay, got it.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about these items that we actually saw later on, and we'll post some video on our Instagram.
I touched them all.
Allie touched every single item. All of those items that were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
With my grape hands.
Now have grape stains. So if you want some real cool memorabilia from famous movies covered in grape, you want to see what we have for you later this morning.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
Hey.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Get into your news in just a moment. Alyssa, you're on KROQ. Good morning.
Good morning. I was just thinking that we should, do a testosterone transfusion. You should get some from Vanessa, because you've been a little emotional this week, Klein.
Okay. Oh, hold on now. I'm not taking any of Vanessa's testosterone. She does have plenty to share, but I don't need it. I was second in command with tea. I'm fine with the tea.
You were over 100%, though.
I was over 100%. It's too much. I'm charged up. Juan on KROQ. Good morning.
Hey, what's up? Would you rather eat a bowl full of brown parts from the banana or a bowl of fruit that Allie whipped up for you?
The first one. The first one.
And by the way,
people are harassing me on the text line, and they're saying that I'm being overly sensitive because Allie picked off of a community fruit platter with her bare hands.
Off of the vine of a grape, which is completely different than any other fruit
on
the fruit platter.
Was I personally offended by it? No.
Clearly you are.
I went before Allie. I already had my fruit. I wasn't going back to that platter.
You said I didn't go back.
It was
I wanted to go back, but I just couldn't.
It was the eye rolls of the other people.
Not that you imagined.
Okay.
There were no eye rolls or comments and hush hush and hubbub.
Vanessa, call the hotel that had the event and ask for
God.
surveillance footage so we can see exactly what went on. Let's get into your news now and forget about this topic.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
So the Oscars are on Sunday. If you take Highland for your commute, you're already well aware of that. And Conan O'Brien is getting his hosting duties ready. He promises to, quote, find the right tone given the many political issues, like the war in Iran, for one thing. There will be musical performances from Sinners and K-pop Demon Hunters. But what is in the Oscars gift bags? This is one of the biggest topics, of course, because they're always worth a ton of money. This year, there were $346,000, which is crazy considering the hosts usually only make between $15,000 and $20,000 for their hosting duties. So I would really hope the hosts at least get a gift bag. Included in the gift bags this year are high-end luggage, a customized prenup. So if you want to get a prenuptial agreement for an upcoming wedding, that's on them. Lipo, which seems to be wasted on the people who are nominated because they're probably the least likely people to need liposuction in the entirety of Southern California.
I think they can give all these gifts to other people. I had a buddy one time when he first moved to LA. He was like the assistant to the assistant of Chris Rock. Very low level. But one year, Chris got one of those like Oscar gift bags. I think it was Oscars. And a bunch of those gifts you just hand out to people. Like, so, you say, hey, fat uncle, here's my lipo. You can have it. I don't think
So it's just a lipo gift card that you can just pawn out. I mean,
I think so.
What a great... That probably sets you up for Christmas gifts and every birthday gift for the entire year.
That's what a lot of that stuff is, because a lot of these stars aren't going to do all this stuff. They're like, yeah, you're getting a vacation, you're getting this, you're getting that. But also the prices... the prices they have for these items are similar.
Overinflated.
It's also like when the state is like, it's going to cost us $9 million to do a crosswalk.
And you're like, what quote are you getting this from?
I could paint a crosswalk for $11.
Yeah, you're like, I could hire a TaskRabbit and have this done in 15 minutes.
But they always got to jack the price up of what it costs to do things.
Yeah. So there's also the luxury villas. There's one in Costa Rica that will cost about $30,000 for a 2-night stay. Then you've got a super villa in Ibiza, which is valued at $65,000. But the most expensive gift, coming in at $100,000 if redeemed, is a custom residential interior design package. So you can redo your entire kitchen.
Oh.
Doesn't that sound like a great gift?
Nice.
That's something that all of these nominees should give their nannies or something.
Right.
Here is a complete redesign of your home for $100,000. By the way, Nikki Glaser has just been confirmed to host the Golden Globes yet again, and she better start asking for a lot more money. She said she made $400,000 last time. So
$400,000 to host?
Yeah, so they pay a lot more for the Golden Globes than they do the Oscars.
Damn.
And she's like, don't worry, I'll get more next time. Oh. And this is already next time.
We should have kept our relationship with her stronger over the years.
We really should.
Bring back that dog contest, man.
Yeah, we're going to have to do the slutty Halloween animal contest.
Idea.
Tell her to bring her back.
Our clever bits.
Remember how you got paid $400,000 to host the would you like to come back for free and host our slutty animal costume
contest? So that
contest?
you can give us some of your swag bag items. All right, when it comes to nice restaurants, Noma in Silver Lake is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I don't know. This story seems crazy. It's
insane.
Well, what happened? The chef?
So the chef just stepped down. His name is René Redzepi. And this is, again, a very celebrated, very well-known restaurant. The pop-up had reservations that were gone almost instantly. I think they were going for $1,500. Very well-respected restaurant, and the food is supposed to be incredible. But it turned out that René Redzepi was very abusive emotionally and physically to his staff members. He punched one of them in the face. He slammed them against the wall regularly.
That's how you know he's
one
a good
of them
chef.
was.
That's the guy who really cares about his product, Allie.
I mean, just seems like the bear to me. I feel like there's a lot of anger and violence that goes on in the kitchen.
That's good food right there.
He also he didn't like that one of the kitchen staff was playing techno music, so he made all of the staff go out in the cold and just stand there after a 16-hour shift. But he put out a very emotional statement saying he was stepping down and that he is trying to be a better leader and that he apologized for everything. It's not like he was denying any of it. And there's a video of him very emotionally apologizing to the staff, which the staff said it was like going to war every time they were at work. Like they were terrified to go to work.
Yeah.
And he would insult them on a regular basis and call them worthless.
I bet you everything was seasoned perfectly. That's probably why it was such a good place. Guy runs a tight ship.
They were so terrified of being called worthless that they were really, really good at what they did. All right, and then finally, a nominee for Employee of the Month. This is from an LAPD officer who decided to keep a little for themselves.
One LAPD officer is off the streets accused of stealing cash while on the job. The victim says $700 was stolen from inside their Tesla. The LA Times reports an investigation is underway after video footage shows the man going through the car at least twice, stealing money. It happened last week when the officer from Transit Services Division responded to a call. At one point, the officer's body cameras turned off. The officer says he had intended to book the money into evidence.
Oh, man, it's a great story. I would go with the same one.
I was on my way to booking this into evidence. All right? I turned my camera off, and yes, I went to the car twice.
It would be so hard to be
seeing all those things.
Seeing so much cash, drugs, stuff that you go, it's just like, who's going to really miss it? I would be such a dirty cop.
Who's also keeping $700 in their car?
Right. But I'm saying, think of all of the opportunity. You got to have some sort of moral compass to be like a good cop. I would be a dirty cop.
Oh, we know.
Dirty cop.
You're a dirty non-cop.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
So you'd be a dirty cop.
Low 6.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The sonic pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous KROQ.
Welcome to your KROQ on a Thursday morning. The Prequent is here. It is also a BF Thursday if you'd like to celebrate by having breakfast for dinner. Everyone's new favorite day of the week is BF Thursday. We got lots to get to this hour on the show. Gen Wars, chance for you to prove that your generation is better. If you're a Gen Xer, Gen Z millennial, or even a boomer. That's right, I'll say it twice. Boomer. You can join us and prove that you are the greatest of the generations as you battle people from other generations over the airwaves. Chance to win a prize. We got tickets to see John Mulaney at the Hollywood Bowl. Part of Netflix is a joke. We will get you into that. Also, we got advanced screening tickets for Project Hail Mary, IMAX, starring the great Ryan Gosling. We will get you into that as well today. And a spot on that standby boarding list, less than an hour away, sending you to England for the Reading Festival. So be ready to win your way into that trip as well. If you're new to the show, nice to meet you. My name's Klein. That is Allie.
Hello.
That is DJ Omar Khan right there. Audio sniper in the back. You got Jake the Nerd. Jake the Nerd was very busy getting himself more free donuts as he's continued this scam at Krispy Kreme. And yesterday, Jake, you said it was a 3/11 day donut day. Is that right?
Yep, because it was.
You know, you missed out, I think, on or maybe you didn't, the daylight saving donut.
I think he said that as well.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, we haven't been playing these every day because we've had just too much more important stuff to get to. But I will play some of this. This was...
He's beginning to be like on Cheers, they had the Norm character.
Yes.
They like instantly recognize him when he walks into the donut shop.
The guy with the stupid glasses.
Yeah, Jake, yesterday, did you feel like when you went in there, that was the first day that they were like over the shenanigans or no?
I feel like they're embracing the shenanigans.
Oh, you think they're into it?
I think so.
Aw, they love it.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit later. Was Jake successful in proving our point that anyone can go into Krispy Kreme at any time and just make up any holiday and get a free donut? That will continue later on as well. So.
I can't wait for the video of guy gets free donut 365 days in a row at Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, Jake, we're only like 345 days away from getting that video together. So let's just keep doing what you do. It's going to be great. It's good stuff. Did you at least eat the donut yesterday or did you chuck it?
I took a bite.
All right, good. Lots to get to this hour, so thanks for hanging out. We've got stuff to give you, and it all starts now with some Alice in Chains on your KROQ. Welcome to your Prequent.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ Klein Alley Show on the text line, 714. New listener to the show. Why do you keep saying Thursday? What am I missing? Well, listen, you're not missing much, but the idea is that just like Taco Tuesday has taken off. I'm not going to get into it now. This is the same way my kids reacted to it when I was explaining to them the BF Thursday and the fact that it would be great if we could all as a society agree that one day of the week we have breakfast for dinner. And I think now with everything going on in the world, it's nice to have a little escape from the regular routine. And people love breakfast. Oftentimes it's a skipped meal. Allie says it's skippable because it's the worst meal. She thinks breakfast is the worst of the 3 meals of the day.
I do, but do I not eat breakfast every morning? I do.
You do, but you don't eat a traditional breakfast. You eat stuff during the breakfast hours and call it breakfast. But a lot of times what you're eating is not breakfasty stuff.
Well, I don't really care. I think that breakfast is the most limiting meal because I think it's really just 3 different ingredients that are used in all these different ways. So there's so many more options for lunch and dinner.
But there's so many. They're so great. Batter, eggs, bacon. Some of the greatest ingredients
Those are the 3
in the history of the planet.
Bacon's great.
Sausage. You get a million ways you can go with it. And I think that breakfast, especially, if you've ever had a really good bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, a really good breakfast burrito, chili, there's so many different ways to have a breakfast.
Hash browns. Don't forget hash browns, man.
Browns. The good hash browns?
Yep.
Very rare you get the good ones, but the good ones, nothing better.
Yeah, potatoes.
So the idea is people don't really enjoy it the way that they should. If any place on the planet
sounds like people are already really enjoying it.
They're not as much as they should because most people sadly skip breakfast. It's a skippable meal. Most people just have to run out the door. Even cereal. Let's just talk about all the cereals in the world. How great are cereals for dinner?
Yeah, but no, cereal for dinner I would never.
Well,
what a waste of a meal. For dinner?
For dessert. That's the other part.
Dessert maybe, or a snack before dinner, but a bowl of cereal for dinner?
See, in my vision of the perfect BF Thursday, you are having a savory breakfast for dinner followed by the dessert, which would be the waffles or the pancakes or the French toast or the bowl of Lucky Charms.
So you're doing like a coursed meal.
Of course. What did you think? I didn't think this through? So anyway, this was me trying to explain to my kids how important BF Thursday was and why they had to spread the word among the school to get the kids in on it. And this didn't go well. You guys would be a little more excited about it. I'm surprised you're not. You were the inspiration for it because you love doing breakfast for dinner.
I said I want to do BF Thursday.
BF Thursday. They kept saying Thursday. Like
why
idiots.
do you have to say it that way?
Because they
That's
were
also like
That's how you say it.
You're going to get them in trouble at school for saying that.
Thursday.
Yeah. What's this kid saying?
Didn't you have to go to the school yesterday?
I did have an unexpected meeting yesterday. Thursday. Why don't you like the name?
Stupid.
What? Why is it stupid? It just is. What do you care what it's called if you're getting French toast and eggs for dinner?
Poop day?
That's
Hilarious.
her suggestion.
Yeah.
She said that is a better name than BF Thursday. It's just call it Poop Day.
When do kids grow up poop jokes? Never?
Never. Look at Omar. Omar loves a good poop joke.
Yeah.
I do, yeah. But my girls are over it. They're all like, Dad, shut up.
And you're like, it's poop day.
Poop day. We don't do Taco Tuesday every day of the week. No, we do it one Tuesday a month, maybe. I'm explaining to them that Taco Tuesday seemed weird at first, too. And now it's not. Now it's commonplace. But no one knew what that was until it became a big thing. And BF Thursday will be the next big thing.
BF Thursday.
No, not Thursday. Thursday.
BF Thursday.
They can't even say it.
BFD stands for what, Olivia?
Breakfast for dinner.
They're so not happy.
They're so upset that they're trapped in car seats right now and can't just jump out of the car.
They want nothing to do with this conversation.
They're forced.
And they're the ones that really fight me almost every day. They want to have breakfast for dinner every day.
They do?
Every day they say, can we have breakfast? I go, no, it's not Thursday.
God.
It's not Thursday.
They're not
So easy this is to remember. So you'll tell your friends at school on Thursday, hey, what are you guys having for BF Thursday for dinner? Well, no, I don't want to do that. That's weird,
There you
she
go.
says. So now they're not even going to help me. And that's what you need. You need the youth on board. Without the youth, you got
And
nothing.
you said that it was inspired by them.
Them,
and they
yeah.
don't feel inspired by you.
No. Why is it weird? Well, how else are we going to spread the word about BF Thursday?
I don't have to tell my friends it's weird.
I don't.
You think the first person that told someone else about Taco Tuesday thought that was weird, too?
You literally are on the radio and there's millions of people listening for anything.
Oh, wow. That's not
That's what
true.
I know.
Millions of people listening.
I don't want to break it to her.
Yeah,
She's
don't
like,
break it to
you're
her.
on the radio and there's millions of people listening.
Radio and there's millions of people listening for anything. You're the one who should tell people. I could tell 3 people, it won't make any difference.
That's where you're wrong.
And she said, I don't want to tell people, my friends, because it's weird.
It's weird, yeah. So you tell those 3 people, and they tell 3 people, and they tell 3 people, and next thing you know, that's a lot of people that are having BF Thursday. I couldn't possibly do the math on that. So, anyway. A lot of people that are having BF Thursday.
Sure, Dad.
Finally, they just gave
They're
up.
learning to just yes you.
So
How does that feel?
So if you're new to the show and you're wondering what it is, enjoy your breakfast for dinner tonight.
You definitely put the dur in Thursday.
Thank you for that. Hey, Terry on KROQ. Good morning. Welcome. 800-520-1067. Hi.
All right, Klein. I had dinner for breakfast last Thursday. I'm not a fan of names.
Dinner for breakfast? He's
confused. You're confused.
He doesn't
It's
even
not
know.
dinner for
God.
breakfast.
I mean breakfast for dinner. Sorry, breakfast early.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. You're an early adapter of the BF Thursday. And what did you think?
You know what? It wasn't bad. We went full boat, like 3 eggs, bacon. We actually made grits.
Grits.
Unique for my girlfriend.
Nice.
And then we had
Which is unique for
with
my
banana slices inside of them.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it's great. Hey, good for you. Hey, welcome
When
back.
you put in the effort, that sounds good.
This guy's a dur.
Oh, jeez.
You're a dur.
Is that what the groupies are going to be called?
Probably.
Durs?
I haven't figured that out yet. Mary on KROQ. Good morning. Hi.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. This is Mary the Ninja, and I have the next big one.
Oh, Mary the Ninja.
I remember.
Mary the Ninja. Hi, Mary the Ninja. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm driving my way to work right now.
Nice.
But anyways, you guys need to make Fatty Friday a thing.
Oh, that's cool. That's easy to get on board with.
Calm down, Ninja. We already have a thing. We don't need any more.
Fatty
another thing.
Friday. Just eat the fattiest meal you can come up with.
We got to take a break.
Lard on top of lard.
We will be back. We've got more show. If you would like to be a part of Generation Wars and you are listening right now and a proud member of Gen X, Gen Z, Millennial, or Boomer, we'd love you to call us right now at 800-520-1067. Bragging rights for your entire generation and a prize, and that'll be next.
KROQ Mile High Club. Your favorite KROQ bands and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaine's DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list, courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on KROQ to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Text injury help to 40222 for a free case review.
KROQ Klein Alley Show, proof that your generation is the best generation, and some people are all bummed out because they go, man, I was a Gen Xer, but I would have thrived if I had been a millennial, and vice versa. These boomers are all angry, mostly because we're on their lawn, and you have the opportunity now to prove that your generation is the best in this exciting edition of Generation Wars.
Generation Wars.
Hey, where's the name? Are we busting or what?
You kids and your TikToks.
Gen Z is lazy.
Representing the generation known as the baby boomer. He wants us to know that his beard is there, but it is gray. And his name is JJ, born in 1964. Good morning, JJ, and welcome to KROQ.
Hey, good morning, you crazy people.
Once again, if you know the answers to these questions that will span all generations, you must yell out boomer and wait for Allie to call on you before you get a chance to answer.
Okay.
Just to test your knowledge, if I were to say that someone is experiencing a glow up, what am I saying?
A glow up? Is that clothes or hair?
Okay.
Is that clothes or hair?
That's
Are you asking a clarifying question?
It's a real boomer right there for you.
Sorry.
That is JJ, born in 64. We move down or move up, I guess, depending on how you look at it, born in 1979. Michelle is Gen X through and through. She wants everyone to know that she still has and uses an AOL account.
Amazing.
Michelle, welcome to KROQ and welcome to Generation Wars. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Sweet Dibbits.
Sweet Dibbits.
Sweet Dibbits to you.
I feel like Earthlink is Boomer and AOL is Gen X.
Interesting. Sticking with it, huh? You don't have a new email, or you still have the Michelle _BigDog69 at AOL account?
I still use my AOL account that I've had since high school.
Okay.
How do you even access
Sticking
it
with
anymore?
it. I like it. We move on now. We say hi to the representation of the millennials born in 1992. She has a hard time giving up ankle socks. And this is Lily. Hi, Lily, and welcome to KROQ. Thank you for sharing that difficult truth with us.
I will not give in to the crew socks.
Yeah.
Well,
and all of us with cankles, I agree with you.
Yeah.
We need as much coverage as we can get.
Yeah, as soon as I always think Allie has shin guards on, like she's playing soccer, but those are just her God-given cankles. You better believe when the socks got smaller, she was not a fan of that.
Rough time.
And finally, representing Gen Z, born in 1997, this is Andrew, and the most Gen Z thing about him currently is that he is unemployed. Hey, Andrew, welcome to KROQ. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
All right, what kind of job you looking for?
Any.
All right.
Are you looking? How hard are you looking?
Not hard at all.
About 50 applications a week.
Wow.
Look
Okay,
at
so
you.
you are.
All right, guys, here we go. Questions will begin. Once again, you must yell out your generation. Wait for Allie to call on you. And here we go. What was the name of the family in Family Matters?
Millennial.
Millennial, go ahead.
Winslow family?
The Winslow family is correct.
Good job.
Well done. Question number 2 is an audio clue, guys. I want you to listen to this. And the question is, what product is this for?
My name is Geek. I put them on as a shocker. Man, I love these blue blockers.
Whoa.
Boomer, yes.
Those are sunglasses.
That is correct, Boomer. Blue blocker, sunglasses. And once again, let's hear the rap from Zeke.
My name is Geek. I put them on as a shocker. Man, I love these blue blockers.
All right, on the board, congratulations. And they don't do jingles like that anymore, Allie, do they? We
No,
move
they
on
don't.
to
I miss
question
jingles.
number 3. What is the name of the Battle Royale game that has become a cultural phenomenon among Gen Z gamers?
Gen Z.
Yes, Gen Z.
Fortnite.
That is correct. Allie, we've got ourselves a tied 3-way tie here in
Yeah.
Generation Wars.
Gen Z, Millennial, and Boomer all tied for 1. Gen X is the only one not on the board yet.
What is the term for leaving your job suddenly due to dissatisfaction? Very trendy and popularized by Gen Z workers. Oh, boy. That's
Millennial?
the pacemaker from the boomers going off.
Go ahead, Millennial.
Less than a 2-week notice?
No. All right, the term we're looking for is quiet quitting. Quiet quitting, and we move on to this next one. This snack food used to tell you that you could make tracks with... Making tracks
Boomer.
with... Yes, Boomer.
Is it ice cream?
No. Boomers love ice cream, though. They sure do.
Was it ice cream? I like ice cream.
Making tracks with... Handy snacks.
Oh.
Making tracks with handy snacks.
Handy snacks.
No one gets it, and we move on. This phrase, popularized by Gen X, is something they would say if something was awesome, and it was their way of saying it is cool mixed with what food?
X.
Yes, Gen X.
Oh, no. Sway?
No. Cool?
Gen Z.
Oh,
Yes,
millennial.
Gen Z, yes?
Gnarly?
No.
What?
Cool mixed
Millennial?
with what food? Yes, millennial.
Mixed with the food you ate?
The term was cool followed by a food, and it meant something...
Kool-Aid.
No.
No, not Kool-Aid.
Ah.
Kool-Aid. AIDS
Gen
is
Z,
such a...
Gen
Yes,
Z.
Gen Z, yes.
Cool beans.
That is
Yes.
the correct answer. Cool beans. Allie, what's the score
That was Gen
currently?
Z?
Yes, that was Gen Z. in
Okay, Gen
Generation
Z's
War.
got 2
Gen
points.
Z.
Millennials got 1. Boomers got 1.
Guys, what is Hotmail?
X.
Okay,
yes, Gen
X.
X.
It's an email account.
That is an email account. It was one of the ones we did not discuss. Hotmail, I would say, was first embraced maybe by the
Millennials?
early millennials, potentially.
I think one of my first email addresses was a Hotmail account.
So we move on now, and we've got ourselves a tight battle happening.
My BFF Alley 143 at Hotmail. I think that was my email address.
What does it mean if you, quote, do it for the plot?
Gen Z.
Yes, Gen Z.
Do it to add excitement to your life.
That is absolutely correct.
Wow.
If you make a decision to do something to make your life more exciting or more interesting, you would, quote, be doing it for the plot. Give yourself a more interesting life story. Finish this quote. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Gen Z.
Yes,
Go
Gen
ahead.
Z.
X.
You don't know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. I will accept that as the right answer. And, Allie, what is the current score as we get to the final few questions in Generation Wars?
Gen Z is starting to run away with it. 4 points for Gen Z, 1 point for everyone else.
All right, this seems to be a bit of a boomer question, but let's figure it out. Which show featured characters by the name of Eddie Haskell and Wally?
Gen Z.
Wow. Gen Z?
Is it Cheers?
No.
Millennial.
Yes, millennial.
X.
Beaver? Is it Beaver?
Is it what?
Leave it to Beaver?
Leave it
Wow.
to Beaver is the correct answer.
Yeah.
My in-laws
Dad.
pay
Watch
for a
that.
channel that is just Leave It to Beaver 24/7.
Stop it.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they watch it
Yeah,
all
I think
the time.
people of that generation found that to be the greatest show that ever was. And ever
my
will.
father-in-law quotes it on a regular basis.
Really?
And I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
My
wild.
dad always watched that.
Yeah. They love it.
They say the dirtiest phrase ever uttered on TV happened during that show when June said, "Gee, Ward, you were hard on the beaver last night." And they say that is one of the dirtiest phrases ever
Really?
allowed by the because they were, I don't know. Moving on.
Because, I don't really know
I don't
why.
know that show. My dad also thought that was a great show, and
Yeah, they thought it was so edgy.
I said this show stinks.
You think it was their version of like Family Guy?
I don't
It was
know.
like, whoa, did you see Family Guy or South Park last night?
Moving on, this is a question that hopefully that I would say would maybe lean towards boomer, but let's figure out this commercial catchphrase. You'll wonder where yellow went when you brush your teeth with what? You'll wonder where yellow went when you brush your teeth with?
Gen Z.
Yes, Gen Z.
Crest?
No.
That's a horrible rhyme.
Terrible rhyme. Boomer, I'm shocked. We lost Boomer on this one. Ever since his pacemaker went off,
I
this
know.
guy's gone
Boomer,
cold.
what's going on with you? Still
You'll
alive?
wonder where yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. Apparently, that was all the rage in the Boomers. And we move on with two final questions, Allie, and what's the score?
It's 4 points Gen Z, 2 for Millennial. Gen X has 1, Boomer has 1.
All right, so an opportunity for someone to come back. Which music video featured an artist playing the piano as she soared across the world?
Fuck.
Oh, don't say that word.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. That's okay. Our first. Yes, Gen X.
Taylor Swift.
No.
Millennial.
Yes, Millennial.
Was it Alanis Morissette?
No. The song was 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
I would fall into the sky.
Moving on to your next question. Who were the two stars of a show that was called The Simple Life?
Millennial.
Millennial, go
Millennial,
ahead.
you better get this.
Paris Hilton and, oh my goodness, Paris Hilton and,
Boomer
Lionel
for
Richie's daughter.
Lionel Richie's daughter.
I mean, she's right.
I will accept that.
Nicole
Nicole Richie. Boomer, what were you going to say?
Richie, there we
Boomer,
go.
there's no way you knew this one. What were you going to say out of curiosity?
Paris Hilton and
Homer
Nicole
Simpson.
Richie.
Lisa
Oh,
Simpson.
well, I'm surprised. Lisa Simpson.
What?
That's a great answer. All right, well, listen, we have one final question, but I don't think it matters.
Well,
So
it
what-
does matter
Oh,
because
it does.
Millennial has 3 points and Gen Z still has 4.
Here we go. What is the term for a casual, cozy aesthetic embraced by many Gen Z individuals? No one wants to take it. Soft girl, which is what we call Johnny around these parts.
Soft girl?
Soft girl.
Oh.
All right, well, at the end of this Generation Wars, Allie, who is the winner?
That would be Gen Z, Andrew. Congratulations.
Wow, unbelievable. Bye, Boomer. Thanks for joining us. Andrew, my man, you have done it. It was not a close battle this week, unfortunately. But listen, Gen Z has not gotten themselves a win in a while. You don't have a job, but you do have victory today. And we're going to give you some tickets to go see John Mulaney at the Hollywood Bowl for Netflix as a joke, all right?
All right. Is there a way to give it a Gen X? because I feel like they're the forgotten generation. Just give it to Gen X. I'm not able to go.
Well, you're going to donate your ticket to Gen X?
You're going to choose a different generation to get. Wow. All right. I don't think that Gen X is the forgotten generation, but I think Gen X was the generation that.
Definitely. Nobody talks about them.
All right. Hold on. That's very generous of you. Michelle, Andrew is gifting you his tickets if you want them.
That's awesome. Thanks.
All right. Great. Wow.
Cool. Look at that human kindness.
All of the stereotypes about Gen Z being selfish and self-absorbed and only caring about themselves, apparently not true at all. We just witnessed a beautiful act of humanity.
That's so nice, Andrew.
Gen Z was the winner, and he gave his tickets away to Gen X, the forgotten generation. So, Michelle, hold on so we can get you to the Hollywood Bowl for some John Mulaney, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, Andrew,
Unless
good
you
man.
want to donate your tickets to a different generation.
No. Gen X is all about me, me, me. Would you like to give those tickets to a different generation, Michelle? Or you want to keep them?
What, to give the tickets to? When is it? Where are the tickets?
Oh, here we go now. Let's see here. Netflix is a joke. John Mulaney, Hollywood Bowl, May 8th.
May 8th. I think I'll keep them.
All right.
Why?
That's
You want
right.
to look through your
That's
AOL
right.
to see if you're
Check
free?
my
or-
AOL calendar. All right. Well, thank you for participating in this Generation Wars.
That was a weird ending.
Pierce the veil on KROQ.
World famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
Life is expensive. Getting more and more expensive, especially if you're trying to fill up a gas tank. That's why it's cool when there's free stuff. And I don't think anyone embraces the word free more than Krispy Kreme, because they've come up with a new way every single goddamn day to give out free donuts, it seems like. But on the days they're not doing it, we just decided if we send Jake in there to wish them a happy insert holiday here, they would probably be fooled and give him a free donut. We've proven this over and over again now. He had a whimsical Women Wednesday donut, and it was it all started a few weeks ago with the Ash Wednesday donut, however long ago that was. And this streak has been going on. We haven't played these every day on the air.
But there's been daylight savings. There's also been the Mario Day, March 10th. That was Mario. That happened. And then 311 Day.
So yesterday he attempted to go in there for 311 Day for his free 311 Day donut. And I believe he sang as well. And let's find out if he was able to once again successfully scam a free donut out of the people at Krispy Kreme.
Yo, is this the 311 Day donut? Yeah. You gotta come original. You gotta come original. Original donut on 311 Day.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
You know that band?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. How's it going, man?
Thanks. You too, brother.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Good to see you again. And by the way, when they say good to see you again, they're saying I'm seeing you again, but it's not good.
Do you think that he really does know who 311 is? Or is that guy just yesing Jake?
At this point, I think they want Jake out of there as soon as possible.
So they're just like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
How many
here.
times have you seen this particular guy?
Oh, that guy, I see him all the time.
Oh, you do?
But yeah, he's finally starting to recognize who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
After 75 times.
Yeah, man.
All right. How's it going, man?
Thanks. You too, brother.
Good to see you again.
You too. All right. 311 donut. I'm gonna hook the out of this thing.
Oh.
One bite. Good.
And then Jake takes a bite of it and then throws it. But which I don't like that part of the bit. That's where Jake takes our great bits and makes them unfunny by doing his own part. The throwing of the donut, I feel like, is a waste. Perfectly
Yeah, but
good.
Johnny loves it. He just thinks it's so funny that he's throwing
Johnny
the
knows,
donuts.
Johnny knows.
Bro, calm down. He just chucks a donut. It's silly.
Johnny knows jokes. All right, well, we got to take a break. So Jake was once again successful. The 311 Day donut. Add that to the list of ways you can get a free donut. And what's the plan today when you go back there today?
Wait, I gotta go back today?
It's BF Thursday donut, obviously.
Yeah, the BF Thursday. You got to go ahead and ask him for the BF Thursday donut.
Donut for dinner.
All right, that's great. That's great. You let them know. We'll see if you're able to continue the streak, and we'll be right back with your news. And in 15 minutes, we put you on a standby boarding list to send your ass to England. That's coming up.
The Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. Let's get into your news and then immediately get you on that standby boarding list so you can do some travel. This time it's to England. It's part of KROQ's Mile High Club. You get to go to the Reading Festival. And trust me when I say you'll be the 9th winner of this round of KROQ's Mile High Club. All the trips have been great, I assume so far, and we'd love to get your name on there. And all that happens in about 5 minutes here on KROQ.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
We'll start with some yay news for you. Yay? I always forget which one it is.
Oh, boy.
Ye? Is it ye?
It's definitely yay.
It's yay because it was Kanye, right? Okay. Not only is he doing a one-night show at SoFi here in L.A., but in his off time, he's been in court because he's being sued by his handyman. He was hired by, he hired this guy to work on his multi-million-dollar mansion in Malibu, and then he alleges that Ye failed to pay him, which just doesn't sound like something Ye would do.
Yeah.
The guy alleges he was not paid, that he was seriously injured on the job, and that he was then wrongfully terminated. And he also asked for $1.7 million in damages. During the trial process, Ye seemed uninterested, didn't care to answer questions, and at one point fell asleep on the witness stand.
Oh, man, that's cool.
That is cool.
So much he did not care.
He does not give any F's.
No, he
Wow,
really
that's
doesn't.
awesome. Where's the drawing?
That's awesome.
Where's the court?
Yeah.
I want to see the drawing from that.
They said he looked bored and at one point
Just
looked
passed
asleep.
out? That's amazing.
I think so.
Those courtrooms are real boring.
Got a lot going on. Yeah, dude.
I've been
I
in
think even if you're accused of murder and you have to sit there and pay attention for 8 hours a day about your own thing and looking at the PowerPoints and everything, you're like, oh my God, just send me to jail.
Right. It's a real bore fest in there.
So eventually they did reach a verdict. They announced the verdict yesterday, and they were in favor of the handyman, but they only awarded the guy $140,000 instead of the $1.7 million that he asked for. So it was kind of a mixed verdict. So it seems like Kanye kind of won by doing absolutely nothing. An Orange County man died after he was bitten by a rattlesnake while he was mountain biking in Irvine. And it is rattlesnake season, but this happened in February. He just died, I guess, but it was like, that's not even rattlesnake season yet. 25-year-old guy. He was on a trailhead mountain biking, and he got bitten. He got transported to the hospital, so it seemed like he got care rather quickly, but he fell into a coma. He was in the ICU and he died.
I saw a report recently that said that we are having a surplus of rattlesnakes now. And I don't know what, obviously every time, this time of year, I guess that's when all the babies are born. I think the babies are more dangerous because they don't control their venom, so they release all of it as much as they can. So
I saw one when I went on a hike last week or the week before, and it was one of those like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. hikes.
Right.
And as I was walking up, I just heard the and I looked, and it was coiled in a bush and starting to put its head out at me like, what are you doing, bitch? What are you doing?
Could have gotten you out. Could have taken
if I
you
had
down.
stuck around, it would have done something.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Not after the whole eating the fruit with your fingers
It
thing.
was
You think it wanted a
coiling
piece of
and
you?
sticking its head out and looking at me with its tail up.
What do you think it's going to do? Chase you?
No, it was going to bite me. I was right by it. I was walking by.
I mean, inches, feet?
A couple feet? Not
Fine.
They're pretty quick.
Yeah,
Yes,
dude.
but it's not that long.
If they strike, Jake.
It's not longer than 2 feet.
Jake, do you encounter? You're always hiking out there. You encounter a lot of rattlers?
Yeah, every year. The only time a year I haven't is like mid-December into mid-January. So I don't know what you mean by rattlesnake season.
We didn't ask for the stories of the times you didn't encounter them because that's not it.
Well, she said rattlesnake season. It's always rattlesnake season in Southern California.
Yeah, but they are when they are. It's
There's
springtime.
there's like a coyote mating season,
Right.
and I'm sure a rattlesnake mating season. There's
Well, that's
times
a
where
mating
there's
season. That's not a rattlesnake season.
Oh my God!
Jesus
you
Christ.
are. You know what? They probably run from you because they're like, it's stinky again. Get out of here! Run! So, but I was looking up when I walked by. I was like, oh crap! I don't even know what to do if that happens. So I was literally
elevate the bite.
You pee on it.
I don't need to know from Jake what I do.
Jake, you're right.
I'll look.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, there
No,
we go.
no, don't play that. I don't stand by that statement.
There are a lot of ways that you can get scammed. We know this. There are a lot of people that are buying fake World Cup tickets because that's starting this summer. And, of course, the tickets are really hard to get. If you ever are asked for a paper ticket, they don't have those. So that's your first red flag. But also, in the beauty department, you could be buying counterfeit beauty products. And they're saying this is more and more common now on online marketplaces like eBay, which is Walmart's third-party marketplace, or Shein. If you're buying like big brands like CeraVe or NARS, which are all both really well-known skincare brands, what they're doing is they're just putting it in that bottle, but they're putting whatever they want in there.
Just water
and
or
then
whatever.
when it comes, you're like, oh, my CeraVe's here, and it's not really CeraVe. It's like, what you do when you drink your parents' liquor.
Yeah,
and then you
water
pour
it
water
down.
in there, and you're like, this is vodka enough.
It's weird that they would do counterfeit beauty products because even beauty products like the real ones, the markup is so crazy. It costs them pennies to make that crap, lotions or whatever, and then they're charging people. I don't know, what's a bottle of lotion cost if you're a woman?
Like $50 to $60.
Yeah.
$60 for those little bottles?
If you want a good one. And it's literally tiny.
Yeah, I know they're tiny. I've seen them.
And it's hard when you buy online because if you don't read the ounces, and who can even measure that?
No.
When it arrives, I'm like, oh.
It's so little.
I know. Wait, it's like 60 to 80, and if you want half of that little, it's like 30. It's crazy.
But the point is, even for them to make that lotion, like lotion, it would cost some pennies. So they're charging you $60 for a little tiny vial of lotion that costs some pennies to make. So why even waste the time to do the counterfeit stuff? I mean,
I think that people will. I think you can save money wherever you can, right? I mean, Shein.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're spending $20 or $30 on some lotion, even CeraVe is like low end. Like that's something you can get at CVS, and that why not put it with barely anything that resembles lotion, so you can make 100 or 300% profit instead of 200% profit.
That seems like a giant ripoff. That seems like a big scam of an industry right there.
Oh, yeah, the beauty industry is a huge scam.
I mean, the markups seem out of control.
It is out of control, and they'll say it works. All you have to do is buy it and try it, and that's the other part of it, is that you're constantly buying and trying stuff and seeing if it works, and then you spend, a couple of months trying something, and you're like, this also doesn't work. This also doesn't work.
I was like by a Sephora the other day, and my wife's like, oh, I need 2 things there. Can you get them? And I said, sure, send me the pictures of what you need. And then I went and got them, and then I went to the register, and the person was like, $142. And I called her. I said, I don't think this is right. This says $142 for these 2 things.
Yes.
And she goes, oh, that's better than I thought it was going to be. And I was like, I'm not paying
Oh,
this.
you're eligible for the discount.
I said, I'm leaving this right here. You come back and get it. That's crazy.
You know what I live off of is when they have enough points on Sephora, they give you like tiny little sample size lotions.
Little, like a thimble of, hey, a little thimble
and
eye
I'm like,
cream.
thank you. That'll last me the year.
$2,000 worth of lotion.
Yeah.
What the F, man? What's going on?
Crazy. Somebody else, 949, wanted to point out that the juvenile rattlesnake venom thing is a myth. Where were you on that factoid, Jake?
The which one?
Yeah, Jake. You're wrong, Jake. Pull that clip.
You said that babies are more dangerous, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That is correct.
Thank you.
According to 949, it's a myth.
949 is an idiot.
Okay.
Jesus, you get so mad.
We get into a brand new hour of the show right now, and the first thing we do is get you on our standby boarding list. If you'd like to call, now would be a great time. 800-520-1067. Let's go.
It's Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your pre-Quinn. It's KROQ. We're Klein Alley Show. Looking for caller 20 right now. Get your name on a standby boarding list so we can send you to England for Reading Festival with Sombr, and all you have to do is be the 20th caller. No skills needed other than calling. And I know it's annoying to have to actually call human and hear a busy signal, which no one seems to get anymore.
It's weird to talk to a human and not a robot.
But that's what we do. Those are the hoops we make you jump through if you want to win this amazing trip.
310 wanted to let us know that they recently picked up a $3,000 DoorDash order yesterday from Sephora.
$3,000? How much stuff is that? Is that the whole store?
What do you think, Vanessa? 4 or 5 things?
That seems crazy. I don't understand. I mean, I know that. Like, why are people robbing banks and stuff when they could just be robbing Sephoras?
But you know what happens is even with makeup, like my makeup has gotten I need to replace half my makeup and I don't want to because I know I'm going to have to spend a ton of money at Sephora.
I think whatever you're using is probably the counterfeit stuff because it ain't working. So I don't know where you're getting yours, but it's...
I get mad if it's not counterfeit.
What, is this real?
Take it back.
Lots to get into this hour, including Johnny will be working on some of his material for the big live stand-up show he'll be doing tomorrow night. 24 hours away from his first ever stand-up gig, 5 minutes before Jake's comedy show, and he has not been spending enough time working on his material because he's been so concerned about his testosterone count. And yesterday he got called out for lying to people, and boy, there's been heated calls about this.
Dude, what a burn, man. Johnny got caught with his pants down. He's got a small yam bag. Dude, you got burned, dog. You thought the freaking listeners of the show were going to have your back, dude? Come on, man. You're not the star. This guy, he thought he was better than the show for a second, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, give me a break.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's just one of the many calls coming through about Johnny, saying that this person's got a whole theory about Johnny.
Sweet goodness, y'all. Anyway, about the Johnny thing, yeah, I've been about a year and a half of putting up with his bullshit, and I'm tired. I call him the little douchebag. Anyway, yeah, I would have never went so far as to think that he was a narcissist, but he completely...
Now because he was lying to people, telling them that we fudged the results for the Big T test when he finished last with lowest testosterone on the show.
Yeah,
Low
and he
T
went
Johnny.
with like a 10-year-old kid response, which was, I was just joking.
Yeah. So I mean, these conversations continuing, Allie. I mean,
hey guys, I've been listening forever. Since the Bay Area days. I love you guys. You guys are freaking hilarious. I even freaking like Jake with all his little freaking stupid little inputs. But can I get I want to request something. Can we get like less Johnny?
Less Johnny.
That'd be freaking great.
Yeah.
It's just like he's just dumb.
Wow.
He annoys me. He makes me want to pull my freaking hair out.
Okay, so that's another call, anti-Johnny call. So
Really riling people up.
A lot of these anti-Johnny calls. Low T Johnny's bothering a lot of people. I don't know what it is.
How does he feel about it?
Johnny, how do you...
I'm going to guess he doesn't care at all and feels pretty happy in general. Right, Johnny?
Johnny, do you like hearing these calls from people, or do you stand by these, or are you upset? Would you like to defend yourself in any way?
No, it doesn't really faze me so much anymore.
So there's no
we do it kind
self-reflection
of like
going
every
on.
year, so it doesn't really like bother me.
Here's a call that would like to give you a saying
Again, I have no thoughts.
in Spanish about you, Johnny.
Sweet Civic, guys. This message is for Johnny. Johnny, there's a famous Spanish saying that I'm sure you know because you're so Mexican. Perro que ladra no muerde, which means dog that barks never bites. Johnny, you act all tough, but you're not. You think you're funny, but you're not. You lie to yourself. You lie to Klein and Allie listeners. You're rude and unprofessional. Until this day, Klein should have been a Jet special tribute, not you. Peace out.
It should have been a Jed special
that
tribute.
hit home for me.
Legends only.
That
I was
doesn't
not-
affect you, Johnny?
No.
Legends only.
All right, great.
What?
Hey, Gerald, in Irvine, you are the 20th caller. Congratulations.
No way. That's awesome.
I was going, no.
Hold on 1 second. Get your name on the standby boarding list. Hopefully we send you to England to see some Sombr. It's all part of KROQ Mile High Club. Hang tight, all right?
Thanks.
Any thoughts on Johnny, Gerald, or no?
He's growing on me.
He's growing on you. All right, there's a positive
Yeah,
one. We'll
213
take that.
said leave Johnny alone.
Deftones,
Johnny Defenders.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on KROQ.
Yeah!
KROQ.
KROQ Klein Alley Show. Just imagine for a moment you're living a peaceful life, and then your neighbor decides that they're going to start doing a business out of their backyard, out of their house, out of their apartment, and that business affects you in many ways because it is either loud or annoying
Or
it
it
is-
smells weird. I had a friend whose neighbor started making vape liquid.
Oh, man.
And you could smell all kinds of weird stuff coming out of their apartment all the time.
Things were normal, things were fine, and then all of a sudden you start hearing this on a daily basis. This is a business. It's a baby torture for hire business that's happening in the valley.
Damn it!
And this is something that is happening on a residential street with neighbors on both sides. And they have to hear this, according to Allie, pretty much all day, every day.
Well, I just started doing this. Oh, God. This went on for a long time. I just started doing this backyard swim class for my kid. Apparently this lady is all the rage. And
All the rage. Sounds like she's all the rage.
Yeah, she is a lot of rage.
Imagine being the neighbor of this person and going,
Yeah, she runs it out of her backyard pool.
she's got a pool, that's cool. And then all of a sudden you start going, why am I hearing kids screaming 24 hours a day? Oh, she's doing swim lessons in her pool.
To drown him.
Well, this kid was like a separation anxiety kind of thing.
Yeah, but that's
so
gotta
I walked
happen
in.
all
This
the time.
parent is just sitting there watching their kid scream for 20 minutes straight while she keeps the kid in the pool. This is what I walked into.
If you're the neighbor, you're hearing this
you're hearing
constantly.
this, and this
That's
is
a terrible
a
sound.
daily thing. I mean, she does it every single day, and she does afternoon sessions and evening sessions. So you're getting this at night when you're trying to have dinner.
This neighborhood she lives in is just like a normal neighborhood. She doesn't have like a big, huge yard or something like that.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
Neighbors like right next door. Right next door.
Yeah. She doesn't even really have grass. It's just kind of one of those concrete backyards that has a small pool.
And then there's neighbors like within what? A couple of feet?
I mean, yeah, it's just like a regular size.
Would you say rattlesnake distance?
Not rattlesnake distance. Okay. That's just ridiculous.
Don't get Jake all upset about it.
No, but I mean, it's within earshot. I started recording this when I got out of my car in the front.
Oh my God.
He's saying, out,
right,
get me out.
Jesus Christ.
And then they let the kid out finally at the end, and he runs to his dad, like traumatized and just exhausted by all of it. And she's like, next.
818 says that I had a neighbor that started fixing kids' musical instruments. And so I would hear constant tuning of out-of-tune instruments around the clock. He would sit in the back. So we will take your calls, text messages, 800-520-1067. Also give a prize away to someone who gives us the most annoying. This is a neighbor that has picked up a side hustle and or has a job that they're now doing from their place because more and more people are doing that. And it is affecting your life for the negative. For a variety of reasons that could happen. And then there could be the opposite. Like you could have a neighbor that's doing like hot yoga classes in their backyard, and you got a great view every day.
Yeah, but what kind of people are going to the hot yoga class?
But it also could be someone who's doing like a Barry's boot camp sort of thing, where they're yelling at people all the time, going like,
shrieking.
"Let's go, more jumping jacks, fatty," and you got to hear that all day. So,
and then you're thinking, is he talking to me?
That's me, I think. 800-520-1067. We'll come back with your stories, give away some stuff next. Your neighbor has started doing something in the house that is affecting you to the negative. Those stories after this.
KROQ Mile High Club. Your favorite KROQ bands and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaine's DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list, courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on KROQ to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Visit calldowntown.com for a free case review.
KROQ Klein Alley Show. Your neighbor's job is ruining your life. They were doing something normal, I guess. Then all of a sudden they started some side hustle in their backyard, and now you have to hear the sweet sounds of kids being tortured every day because your neighbor decided they wanted to start doing swim lessons. This is what Allie got to experience. And that's 24/7, apparently. These lessons happen round the clock. Kids got to learn how to swim.
Yeah. I mean, she's helping him with separation anxiety and fear of swimming. She says she can cover it all, according to her website.
So if you need a good side hustle, apparently waterboarding children in your pool is very popular now. What's happening? Let me say hi to Delaney on KROQ. Your neighbor started something, and now it is ruining your life. What's going on?
Can I just make sure you guys are hearing me okay?
I'm sorry, we couldn't hear that. What?
Okay, hold on. Can you guys hear me now?
No, I cannot hear. Can you step further from your phone, please?
I'm sorry. I was trying to go through my phone, my car. Can you hear me now?
Allie, you picking this up at all?
No, I can't really hear anything. You're coming in very, very low.
What about now, guys?
I got nothing.
Nope.
Anyone on the phone right now?
I think there's a guy on the phone. There should be.
Says his name is Delaney.
Delaney,
Hello?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you perfectly.
Delaney, one more time. Can you hear us?
I'll come down there.
Delaney, you know what? We're going to have to go to a different caller because we just can't hear Delaney.
Okay, I'm coming there right now. Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door.
I'm not getting anything.
Hello?
Okay, so my neighbor's side hustle, you guys, you're really messing with me. I'm like sweating right now. Okay, listen, my neighbor started a side hustle.
All right, let's say hi to Layla. Layla, hi, you're on KROQ. Good morning. Hi.
Good morning.
What happened?
So I live in an apartment complex, and my neighbor turned 18, and yeah, we have been hearing weird noises. And my son came home asking what certain noises meant. And when I went to her house, come to find out she's now an OnlyFans person.
Man. So you share a
What's
wall.
your neighbor's name there?
Give us her screen name, please, immediately, and if you have a discount code. Wait, you share a wall. You share a wall in the apartment with the exact room that she is doing her OnlyFans performances.
Yes. Oh, my God, yes.
And is that your?
Is that what she says?
That's a great impression.
No, it's my kids. It's my kids' room, and then her room.
What a dream!
God, I bet they were like, "This is the best."
I would have prayed for that every day. Please let my neighbor start.
God, all I heard growing up was my parents
fighting. So this is now, and you've gone into the room and listened in, and you hear, is it the dirty talk or the sex moans, all of it, huh?
Yeah, and the most kind of disturbing thing is when we can. Okay, I'm nosy, so of course I'm listening, but I can hear when they're requesting certain things. And the strangest thing that I've heard is they request her to bark like a dog and then moan.
Right, that's annoying too, because now you have to deal with the sex stuff and the dog barking.
Yeah, they're just requesting more and more annoying noises.
Can you smash pots and pans together? Okay, great. Can you back up a truck?
Can you sound like, exactly, a car horn?
So that's really annoying. And
my kids were hoping she was doing Fortnite stuff, so I had to put their Fortnite games in their room so it can kind of distract them.
Yeah,
but
put
it
on these
seems like
headphones.
she's kind of doing things to the beat of my kids' games now.
Whoa, that's cool. It's influencing her content.
Let me ask you: have you
can hear us?
Have you confronted her at all about the OnlyFans business she started next door to you? No.
No way. No.
Well, that's Allie. She's
I
starting
should
one
make
now
money
too.
for that.
Allie, I'll pay you money to never do that again.
Yes.
All right, Layla. Okay, hold on, Layla. That's interesting. Neighbor started an OnlyFans. Share a wall with her kid's room.
909 said I had a neighbor who picked up tap dancing and had no rhythm at all.
That's Allie's neighbor.
It's my wife.
Sabrina, you have a neighbor that has started a side hustle that is affecting your life. What happened?
Well, it was actually a long time ago, and I smelled this horrible stench, and it was actually the smell of skunk because I lived in an apartment complex. So when I looked over the back of my window, there was skunks laid out. They were like drying out. They were skinned. They skinned skunks.
That's the hobby, is skinning skunks?
Is there a business in that, or?
I don't know. I thought maybe they were making those hats.
Yeah, those little hats. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but no one's really. Those aren't made with real skunks, are they? Those hats?
They must be.
No.
That's the only thing to use them for is the little hat.
Jake, I feel like you used to have one of those hats.
David Crockett thing?
To smell better.
Are those to improve your smell? This will mask my odor. I'll put on a skunk hat. He doesn't think that's funny.
That's not funny at all.
So your neighbor would. How many skunk carcasses would you have out there?
What?
How many skunk carcasses would you see? Multiple?
Yeah, multiple, like 5 or 10. And I'm like, well, I don't live far from Knott's Berry Farm, but I don't think that's what's going on.
Oh, man, that's got to be a terrible hobby.
Dude, and
for
what a
neighbor to
ballsy
pick
thing
up.
to do in an apartment complex where you know everybody, because even those balconies, you're so close to your neighbor. And do you just have skinned skunks on your balcony just sitting there?
Drying off?
Ugh.
Yeah, I live not too far
Cooking
from
in the sun?
I actually live not too far from a guy that used to do those cowhide rug things, and there was always this. I mean, it's a good smell. 'Cause
At
it's
one
leathery,
point, it does start smelling nice.
but they start spraying it with stuff, and then you start getting all
The
those
chemicals?
Yeah, the chemicals. Those would waft over. Hey, Elizabeth, what thing did your neighbor start doing that's affected your life?
She started feeding and hoarding and little cat homes for cats, stray cats. So we have like 25 to 30 cats, kittens everywhere. I have 2 dogs who have like literally killed, I want to say at least a dozen cats.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow.
And
That'll
they
teach her.
just keep coming. There's fleas and piss everywhere, cat poop all the time. It's honestly the worst thing. And she smokes. Like, every day, all day.
No, she
sits on
does.
her porch.
That's not like a cat hoarder lady.
A cat lady who smokes. This is another Allie. This is one of Allie's neighbors. These are just all of Allie's. This new segment is called Allie's Neighbors Calling to Complain about living next to Allie. We've had tap dancing complaints, cat complaints, and smoking complaints.
Yep.
Hey, Marlene on KROQ, we're asking, Allie had to take her kid to a backyard swim lesson, only to realize that the sounds of kids being tortured in the water is something the neighbors now have to deal with all day, every day. And that's not fun. You didn't sign up to live next to someone doing that. What is going on next to you, Marlene?
Okay, mine, it's actually our backdoor neighbor. He calls himself a dog rescuer, but he's into dog sales, and he has anywhere from 10, 12 dogs in his yard all the time and barking, because the other neighbors all have dogs that bark.
Yeah, so it sets them off.
OnlyFans?
It could be an only. It's the same OnlyFans woman. Everyone's just calling all these. They're going to keep sending Pete over there. It's just a woman doing dog barks.
What if these are all just OnlyFans requests? Sound like a bunch of cats. Skin a skunk. Let me watch you.
Yeah, it's not good. Text line says, our neighbor has decided to start offering dog boarding services, which is super annoying. Yeah, that one is terrible as well.
909, my neighbor started composting, and the house would start smelling horrible during the summer because they're trying to make their own compost. 657, I had a neighbor who plays in his church, and he plays his church organ over and over and over to the point where it rattles my windows.
All right, well, lots of terrible situations, apparently. But let's love thy neighbor, as they say, until they start their side hustle. Foo Fighters now on KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on KROQ.
Yeah!
KROQ.
We have been told by the very producer of this show that we do not do comedy well. And that is our producer, Vanessa, who said that we don't do comedy. But we're going to prove her right here while Postmaster Johnny comes in here to work out some material that he's been working on for his live comedy stand-up debut tomorrow night at Jake's confusing poster show, which is happening.
Poster is so easy to understand.
It's very confusing.
There's like 4 things on it.
Yeah, and they're all unreadable because of the font, number one.
The font is cool and trippy and psychedelic.
Well,
I think he's performing on March 73rd,
according
to the font.
I don't know where it is, what time it starts. Anyway, Jake's got a comedy show he's doing. It's a free show. It's tomorrow night.
And a good night in NoHo.
Is that what it says on the poster?
I thought it said Goo Kite.
Yeah, I thought it was at the Goo Kite, too, which I couldn't find the Goo Kite.
But nope.
Where's...
Good night, NoHo.
All right. Well, anyway, it's going to be the no show because no one's going to be able to read the goddamn poster.
Yeah. Even the 7 p.m. part is really hard to read.
I looked at this thing. I said, I don't even know what time this show starts. I'm trying to figure this out. I try to get a babysitter so I can go support Jake and support Johnny. And I didn't even see what time the show. He's like, it's right there on the poster. He circles this blob. He goes, this says 7 p.m. I said, well, it does? I don't know what it says.
Did you or did you not have to clarify for people because people were multiple people were reaching out to get clarification on the poster?
Yeah, well, multiple people was one person besides you idiots.
It doesn't even say comedy show. It just says Jake Dill, comedy.
Yeah. That's implied, comedy show.
It says Jake Oil. Dill looks like oil.
Jake Oil.
It is?
Yeah.
Jake Oil's...
Jake Oil.
Hey, I'm excited.
Since when does oil have 2 L's?
Jake Oil at the Goo Kite is going to be great.
March 72nd.
Mark your calendars for March 72nd at the Goo Kite. Jake, if no one shows up to your comedy show, you understand that this poster you drew, you could have just used a font that people could have read.
No, I want a cool, trippy font.
Yeah, but...
I know, but it's also just there's so much work that people have to do to get through it.
It's fun. It's the most easiest thing in the world to read.
It's not the easiest thing in the world to read.
We've posted it, and people are still more... Someone said they don't even know where they're headed. They're going to Orange County.
Well,
for Jake Oil.
That, idiot.
All right.
People are trying to support you. We are trying to support you.
I don't want any idiots at my show.
I think you do.
There's the only people that are going to
Johnny's right here.
Yeah, Johnny's going to be the starring idiot. Is he going up first?
No, he's right in the middle.
That's good.
Does it say that on the poster or no?
Hold on, let me try.
The lineup's not on the poster.
I just reposted his whole entire poster. I'm really jittery right now.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
We're all hopped up on caffeine. There's a lot going on.
Vanessa made me an espresso for the first time in like my heart's racing and I'm scared right now.
Vanessa's making them real strong.
I think
with the
Jake's
Coke.
really angry because of the coffee. I think this is taking a turn.
This
Vanessa's
espresso
the pusher.
She's pushing hard. This espresso machine in the back office is going to be the death of this show.
It really is. I went from 1 cup a day to like 5.
All of our hearts are going to explode live on the air. But all right, in the meantime, it's a lot more fun. Hey, so Johnny, you've been working on your own material.
Yeah.
This is not stuff that we've written for you.
No.
Because we did.
I can't hold my phone correctly.
Oh, he's shaking. Look at this on YouTube right now. Johnny looks like he's having a legitimate seizure.
This is scarier than the alcohol, like being drunk. Like I even asked her like 3 times, when is this going to stop? I can't do this.
Now you're like this now.
Wait, Johnny.
It never goes away.
Johnny, this is you had one tiny cup of espresso?
I had the big orange cup. She filled up the big coffee cup, and I drank that. And
you may have had 15 shots of espresso just now.
Wow.
I might need to go to the doctors.
Damn, that's Vanessa the Colombian, man.
Yeah, Vanessa's pushing hard,
Pushing
John.
those beans.
Look at Johnny shaking right now.
Wow.
I'm not.
Johnny, breathe.
I'm trying to, but it's a lot. It was so
trembling.
Johnny, be cool, man. Be cool.
Jesus Christ. It's chaos.
Vanessa's even wearing her Philz coffee switch.
I know.
Yeah.
She has adopted it as an identity.
Vanessa, how much have you had today?
Just 2.
You're just pushing it to everyone else, huh?
Well, I was like, Johnny, would you like one? Because I don't want him to feel left out. He's like, yeah.
He's making the biggest coffee ever.
Yeah, how many shots of espresso is
It was a single shot one.
I don't think so.
It was.
Man. He's all jacked up. All right, Johnny.
She has to taste every cup before she gives it to
Johnny-
him.
It's the coffee. It's the coffee.
Johnny's doing impressions now for his comedy. He's doing right now. He looks like he's doing a Michael J. Fox impression. I don't know why you're doing that, Johnny, but
it's hilarious.
it's a good spot on, dude. But not very edgy stuff. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All right, whenever you're ready,
Tell us your story, Michael.
Okay. This is a little racy too.
Okay.
So this is about women. Okay.
Oh boy.
Great.
I've been on lots of dates in my life and realized all girls are bi. You just got to realize if she's bipolar or bisexual.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. Michael J. Fox is a dick.
What a sexist, huh?
Well, speaking of dick, women are all body positivity until it comes to penis size. That's it.
Vanessa's like, yes.
Wait, that's it?
Yeah.
That's where the joke ends?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The beginning spark is not bad. You
Yeah.
just have to, that's like the beginning of something.
It's the premise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought of it. I was like, that's funny.
You got a lot of premises.
Yeah.
He's going to do 5 minutes of premise?
No.
I mean, that is kind of funny, right? If he just went through his phone and was like, here's a bunch of beginnings.
Yeah, here's a bunch of premises. You guys, I'm not smart enough to come up with the punchline, so you come up with your own.
Yeah. Can I try one more?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I might save it for the show, actually. It's about 9/11, but I might just save it for the show.
No, try it out on us. A lot of the comedians, they have to try things out.
Okay,
comedy is a tragedy plus time equals comedy. So go ahead. Let's see if that's true.
Okay. I was going to do a 9/11 joke, but I worried it was too plain. That was funny. Look at it. They laughed.
All right.
Vanessa's your audience, Johnny.
Yeah, just got Vanessa all hopped up on coffee in the front row. Vanessa, are you going to the show?
Yeah, I'm going to support.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. Are you doing the intro?
I'm still thinking about it.
If you're wondering when it's happening, it's March 72nd at the Gookite.
I was wondering.
With Jake Oil.
With Jake Oil. All right. Well, Johnny, you've got 24 hours to get your 5 minutes down. Right now, you've got 3.
Hey,
there's
got
a
lot
bunch
of stuff in there.
Read the last one Read the last one. This is good stuff here.
Okay. The last one is, before working at KROQ, I wanted to be a doctor, but I didn't have the patience.
Oh, are you just looking up puns online?
No.
No, yes, he is.
That made sense.
Oh, that's terrible.
You're making this stuff up.
Well, you said no, I'm not making
Give me the
this
second
stuff
to last
up.
joke. Maybe
Okay.
the last one wasn't good.
Okay, ready? Because of Allie, I never watched the show on YouTube anymore. If I wanted to see that much head, I would have hopped on X videos instead.
Huh.
Is that a little too niche?
No, I think it's great, Johnny. I think you should just do it.
Come on, dude. I was
verbatim.
on a roll.
Man.
It'll be perfect for Jake comedy.
It's going to be great for Jake comedy night.
Jake Oil.
Show is implied.
Oh, man. Someone says Kite Oil's going to go out of business after the show.
Kite Oil.
All right. Well, we got... we got to take a break. Apologies that the show has gone slightly off the rails here. We blame.
He really peaked at the Michael J. Fox thing.
Yeah, your impression was the best part of your whole act. Take a break. Come back in a moment. We've got A.D. news to get to and other stuff that could be worth lots of money for you after this.
106.7 FM. Klein Alley Show. Mornings. KROQ. World famous KROQ.
We are Klein Alley Show. Good morning. How the hell goes it? My name's Klein. That is Alley right there. DJ Omar Khan, Jake the Nerd. You got Postmaster Johnny, Low T Johnny, as he's called around these parts, and Vanessa taking the calls at 800-520-1067. We'll find out what's going on in the world with a check of your ADD news. But first, a very important tip, especially if you're a parent.
Hey, good morning, Klein and Alley. This is Rob. What was I calling for? Oh, yeah, my daughter had open house. And I had a few shots before going, let's say like about 8. And let me just say, I was the happiest parent there could be over there.
Mm-hmm.
I was just high-fiving the teachers, talking to everyone, having a good old time. Wanted to fill you guys in. It's a parent secret. Just show up a little buzzed. All right? Well, you guys have a good day. Bye.
What a great tip.
Sounds like it was more than a little buzz.
Yeah, 8 shots in the parking lot of school.
Man.
I'm a little buzzed. What?
I wonder if everyone else in the class that day is responding like, that guy was awesome, or man.
That guy smelled like whiskey.
There you have it. If you've got any obligations that you don't want to go to, just 8 shots seems to be the secret. And now your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
Well, I think it's fair to say that the fear factor really shot up in California in the last 24 hours, mainly because of the terrifying warning from the FBI saying that Iran has aspired to attack California. Aspired.
Right. Why the aspire all over the place?
It's one of their hopes and dreams, Omar.
Jesus Christ,
to attack us.
It's on their vision board.
Yeah.
Every news report had to clarify the word aspire.
Aspired, yeah. Well, and this is just
I think it was a typo. I think they meant they were inspired.
By California.
Yeah, they're inspired.
Yeah.
It must be, right?
They love our acai bowls.
It's got to be the weather.
So anyway, here's why they're trying to break down the statement, because all it was a very vague statement that they have refused to kind of clarify. So this is what they said, that Iran has a potential vessel off the coast that would be able to launch drone attacks to unspecified targets. And they know nothing more about what those targets might be, when, how. There were mentions or theories about the Oscars being a target, but then the government is telling us, don't worry about it. Just chill.
Why release this announcement?
Yeah, and then people have reached, like, news outlets are trying to reach out to the FBI for more information, and they're like, no comment.
We don't know anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Because sometimes they say we have a credible threat, and then sometimes we say we have a
This is an unconfirmed
threat. So now you start going, hold on one second. It's an unconfirmed threat, but they got it from some sort of intelligence, or...
Well, otherwise they wouldn't know about a vessel that has certain equipment.
Right. Or they're just trying to, this is something that they do to get law enforcement to step it up a little bit. All right, now be a little bit more on it.
Be vigilant.
Be a little bit more vigilant. Now, realistically, if drones start coming in the general direction, I would think that we have some sort of a system that could pick those up and take care of them. You would think.
Well, and also if there's an announcement saying we aspire to have a surprise attack, it then becomes not a surprise.
Yeah, also true.
So then do you not want to do the surprise because everyone knows about the surprise?
I love a surprise.
Yeah, we do like surprises.
So, and then on top of it, there were these calls yesterday about a mass shooting at Disneyland. And that ended up being a complete hoax. And they called it a swatting hoax, meaning that criminals will call in and report something fake so that all the cops go there and they can go commit crimes in peace with no cops around. So it just really felt like yesterday was a complete mess of a day and a lot of fear, real or otherwise, for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, it's interesting delivering the news. My wife's out of town, and I said... I don't want to freak. She was.
I don't want to freak you out, but the FBI is warning the law enforcement.
I said, "You see what's happening in California?" And she goes, "I know, it's scary." She goes, temps are going to be close to 100.
Yeah, it's so hot
And
already.
I said, if you
Maybe
think...
that's the surprise attack. They're going to boil us to
I think
death.
if you think that's scary, then you don't want to Google what's going on in California right now. She's like, yeah, I know. It says it's going to get over 100 in the valley.
And you're like, I'm just going to leave this alone.
All right, that's the scary thing. Moving on.
All right, now on to happier things. We ran out of time to talk about this yesterday. The new menu items revealed at the Taco Bell Live Más Festival.
Finally.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to live Más.
This is our news.
And I'd like to live Más so that I can eat Mexican pizza empanadas, which is one of the it was one of the 15 new menu items they put out there. So they don't have dates on all of these, but another one is the Cantina Chicken Mexican Pizza. There's a lot of Mexican pizza variations. So
Which
you
is
have
great, 'cause
the
they got
Mexican pizza empanada, the Cantina Chicken Mexican Pizza, and a dessert Mexican pizza with strawberries and cream.
It's like a couple years ago, they got rid of the Mexican pizza altogether. People were freaking out. Then they brought it back. And unlike the Apple announcement where it's a bunch of smart people talking about smart things and a bunch of words I can't understand, at least when Taco Bell announces stuff, they're pretty much just talking about more cheese.
They're like, picture.
Beans, cheese, more cheese, more beans.
Yes, and bite-sized versions of the cheesy gordita crunch, which I think is a great idea, too. There were a couple of smaller, like, slider versions of things, which kind of goes into what Omar was predicting for the 2026 draft, was that everything was going to be half-size or bite-size. And then you've got the Diablo-dusted chicken nuggets, which a lot of people want more chicken nuggets in Taco Bell's, and nacho fries. And also a creme brulee crunch wrap slider, so a dessert version of a crunch wrap. All right. Yet another Waymo problem. It's time for today's episode of Waymo's Gone Wild. A group of girls were going out in Arizona. They decided to take their first Waymo. The Waymo was trying to cross a very busy street. It was inching out to cross, and then when it ran into an obstacle, it just stopped in the middle of 4 lanes of oncoming traffic. And if you've ever taken a Waymo, you know that you can choose your music or vibe that you want. And in this case, it was classical music, so this is what was happening.
Oh, my God.
What a weird juxtaposition.
This is great.
And what's happening?
Oh my God! Sorry.
I love classical all of a sudden. That sounds like some Mozart.
I mean, the video is terrifying because,
I know, because
there's oncoming
Yeah.
traffic, like really, like beelining for the car.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And they're just like, ah! With this music in the it just goes on for a while.
The person's like crying, bro.
That's a beautiful way to start the day.
It is.
That sums up kind of the vibe of everything right now, which is this calm anxiety that is infecting us all. We get into a brand new hour of the show. We do it next right here. KROQ, good morning. Welcome to your Thursday.
It's Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The sonic pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, yeah. Frequent is here. Thursday morning, KROQ, Klein Alley Show, just after 10 o'clock. And I'm looking for you. Caller 20 right now at 800-520-1067. Get your ass on the standby boarding list so we can send you to England for the Reading Festival. Check out Sombr. A bunch of other artists will be there. We'll take care of your airfare, your hotel, probably some snacks. Got to give you snacks. Those European flights, I feel like they feed you. And we'll make all the...
They have to give you a full-ass meal.
Have to. So throw that in as well. And all we're looking for you to do is give us your name to add to our list. We will not sell your name. At least I don't think we do. But I don't know what happens behind the scenes here at KROQ. They're not good at selling. But I would imagine that if they were, they would probably sell your name. Regardless, we're going to keep it on this list. Nice and top secret. Call you back Monday morning and then give this trip away. Hopefully it's you that we pick. And then you get to do some international travel. See some of KROQ's finest bands and artists. So we'll start the hour with that. Then we'll get into some Johnny Doesn't Know later this hour as well. Yesterday I made such an ass of myself, and I know you say you always do, so it doesn't seem surprising. But, yesterday I wore a collared shirt to work, and you thought, oh, why is Klein wearing a collared shirt? I only wear a collared shirt for a few things, Allie. Funerals.
A show.
Weddings.
Usually,
I don't think I wear collared shirts if we're doing a show. Maybe if it's like Acoustic Christmas, maybe. But usually, if I have to go to court, yeah, but I also feel like I look guiltier. The more I try to dress up for court, the guiltier I feel like I look.
I think the judge respects that, dude.
I think they respect the tuxedo T-shirt. That's what I think they respect. I wore a collared shirt yesterday because I had to go to my kid's school for a teacher meeting. because it was report card day, and some of the kids got to bring their report cards home, and some of the kids were told you need to come meet the teacher, which is not usually a good thing. So I decided I don't.
Maybe it was. You don't know.
No, I know, and I didn't want to think. I didn't want to look like a deadbeat, so I put on a collared shirt. Yesterday, as I was driving out of here to head to school, I spilled all over myself.
What'd you spill?
A stupid smoothie that I bought.
Wait, yesterday?
Yeah, I got a smoothie when I left here.
After we ate at the prop store?
Yes, because I was hungry still, because all I had was a bagel, and I didn't eat any more of the fruit because you touch it with your dirty finger. So I went and got a smoothie.
So you said, I'm going to pay someone to blend up all this fruit and put it in a cup.
And I went to grab it, and the lid came off, and it spilled all over my collared shirt. So now I had no other choice except for the fact that I have an emergency shirt, because this happens to me a lot, in the back of my car, and I never know what the emergency shirt is.
It happens to you a lot? How many times a year is this happening to you?
Enough for you to have a backup shirt at all times.
It's not always. It's not always.
Here comes this guy again.
It's not always
Why
smoothies.
can't he ever drink it?
I spill No, I will spill things on myself or eat and drive. I eat while driving a lot, and sometimes
I don't know why you think I'm disgusting.
Because you are.
You're the one that's spilling on yourself so much that you need to keep extra clothing in your car at all times.
She's a dangerous driver.
Don't most people keep an emergency shirt or pair of pants in their car?
And a pair of pants?
You do, Omar?
I do not.
Oh.
No.
I do.
When I met you were the first adult.
Closet in my trunk.
Yeah, but Johnny, that's because you don't have a place. You live with your mom.
No, but I have I have backup clothes of everything in case. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I learned.
have 5 pairs of backup pants.
Well, Jake, you have a bowel problem.
That's not
very different. That's different. But
No,
I'm
we're
saying,
friends.
Yeah, you don't keep it. You don't have any extra clothing in your car. Clean clothing in your car that you keep there in case something happens.
Absolutely not.
Wow, look at you.
Look at me. I'm clean.
Look at me.
I have a lint roller in my car.
I'm surprised. I thought everyone should keep one emergency outfit in their car in case you're going somewhere. Maybe it's a job interview or it doesn't matter what it is. You meet a friend for lunch and then you
emergency job interview.
You spill on yourself and you have another shirt to put on.
I need an emergency shirt for this emergency job interview.
The shirt I had in the backseat of my car, which I didn't know what it was because I don't really plan it well, was a T-shirt that says the word loser on it in big letters.
That's a good emergency.
It was an old,
just a reminder.
Sub Pop shirt, and that's what I walked into the school wearing. Instead of
loser, I just spilled a smoothie on myself.
Yeah.
You just did now? Oh, that's what my shirt should say?
Yeah.
My other shirt was collared, but I have a smoothie on it.
Yes, exactly.
So I had to walk into the stupid meeting now to learn about why my kid's not following protocol
well, your
at school.
kid's a loser as
wearing
well.
my shirt that said loser on it in big letters.
Oh, God. And did they comment on it?
No, there was no comment on the shirt, but I was doing my best to keep my arm in front of it at all times, just to kind of block it out.
So then you just look like you're constantly hugging your chest?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if you're not an emergency shirt and car person, I don't get you. I feel like most people do that. But on the show, only one person keeps emergency stuff in their car, and that's Johnny. And I don't like it when Johnny's on my side.
562 said, woo, trunk shirt.
No, trunk shirt is a good. No, Jake. Joe in Downey, you're on KROQ. You're caller 20. What's up?
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome.
You will get your name added to our list, and if we call you back on Monday, it means you must pack your bags, remove them from the standby list to the actual boarding list, all right?
Sweet David, thank you,
Ask
guys.
this guy if he has a backup shirt.
Do you keep a backup shirt?
Do you keep backup clothing in your car in case you spill on yourself?
Backup everything, man.
You do?
Backup chonies if you need them.
See, this guy knows what I'm talking about.
Are you making this up, or is that real?
I think he's got real backup stuff. Are you mocking me, or do you have real backup stuff?
No, there's always a spare set of clothes in the back seat.
Yeah, you always got to keep that extra set. Usually like in a Ziploc, nice and tight. So
a Ziploc?
Yeah, you got to keep it so it doesn't get...
Air sealed?
Yeah, if you want it to look clean enough, you don't just random clothes in the back because those things will get filthy looking, smelling.
I guess in my mind, I wouldn't want to put clothes that I would want to wear in my trunk or car because then I wouldn't be able to wear them.
But it's emergency. You will wear them when you have an emergency.
Yeah, but you would pick your most rejected clothes. Like they tell me to bring a bunch of extra clothes for my kid in case he craps himself at school, and I always put the least desirable things in that bag.
That's where I got the idea.
It's never going to be something you want to change into.
Oh, it's not your... well, that's why my T-shirt said loser on it. It wasn't a top shirt, Allie. It wasn't one of my go-to shirts.
Right, so you're always going to look like crap.
If you spill on yourself, but you will thank me later. Life hack, emergency clothes, trunk shirts, KROQ.
KROQ Mile High Club. Your favorite KROQ bands and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaines DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list, courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on KROQ to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Text injury help to 40222 for a free case review. What?
They just did a study where they researched people from a bunch of different countries, and the way they did this was fascinating. They put a bunch of people in a room and then cranked the thermostat to 93 degrees.
Oh, my God, what a horrible...
And they monitored the way that people interacted with each other and basically did a bunch of different tests at different temperatures to try to figure out, is there any correlation between if people are actually meaner when it's hot outside?
Why would they? Just because they're uncomfortable? Because at my hot yoga class, everyone's just so happy.
You think, well, that's yoga, though. There's a bunch of yoga people that are a bunch of believers.
That chose to be in warm climates. Right. I think it's depending on whether or not you chose to be in the climate that you're in. If it's hot out and you decided to go to the beach and sweat in a bunch of tanning oil, then that's your choice, and you're probably happy about it.
Right, you're thrilled. If you know you're going to a sauna or a hot yoga class, then you know...
That was your choice, to be hot.
But if you walk outside and you're like, oh, man, it is... way hotter than I thought. And there are certain areas, even if we know it's going to be, potentially triple digits in the valley. I think it's going to be 90s there today, 80s. I mean, it's going to be hot all over. But if you, all of a sudden, as you know, Southern California is weird with these microclimates. You could be somewhere and it feels like 73, and then the next thing you know, you get out of your car and it feels like it's 100 because you're in a parking lot in the valley.
Yeah, I remember feeling the first time I left a store in Arizona when it was 110 degrees out, and it was like this thick wave, and I just felt immediately not angry but tired. And that's what I think it is if you're that hot, I think you're too tired to be mean. You're just exhausted by the fact that you're so hot. See, I'm more angry when I'm cold.
Well, that's the official statement of Women's Month, I believe. Isn't that the official saying? It's
just so annoying. Like, right, Vanessa? It's so annoying that it's freezing in this building when it's hot outside.
Every time I come in the office, I'm like,
I'm angry.
You're
like, why is it cold in here?
This is Allie being cold. Listen to her. That's someone who's too cold. She wouldn't have said that if she was getting in a hot tub.
Oh, absolutely not. I'd be like,
So you, like most women, would rather be too hot than too cold.
I would rather be on fire than be cold.
Vanessa,
I don't mind being too hot.
Vanessa, you agree? Because you tick hot because you're from Colombia.
Well, you're wrong. Colombia has all weathers, but...
I don't think so.
Yes.
Nope. He drinks coffee now.
Nope.
He knows.
Just hot.
They have all weathers depending on the elevation.
Nope, no snow.
Anyways.
So...
I don't like extremely hot. When I lived in Miami... I was like, I hate this.
So that made you angry.
Like I was getting punched.
So you got angrier. You became meaner.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't like Miami. Because people were angry. And I think it's because people
also
are
the
hot.
people suck there too, right?
But you're hot. When you run hot, like we learned yesterday that hot people sometimes are actually hot, but also they run hot. Like they get angrier. And the study that they did, at the end of looking at everything, they actually found that there is no correlation. That the whole concept that people are a angrier, meaner version of themselves. They
got all these people in the room and then just debunked the whole study and said, go home, you sweaty.
They looked at gender, men, women. They actually found that women fared better than men, that women were more fair and all this, but that for the most part, they couldn't figure out. They looked at a couple thousand people, and they said that at least from this dumb test they did in the room where they made it 93, maybe 93 is not hot enough, but they said that 93
is nothing.
Well,
I'll get in my car even on warm day, and I will immediately turn the heat on and the seat warmers all the way up. And sometimes halfway home, I can tell that I'm sweating, and I'm still going. I don't mind being that hot.
Ooh, sweat bros.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal.
I'm like, ooh, that's clammy.
You're going to get, if you're the one type of person that gets meaner when it gets hot outside, understand that you're going to be very mean for the next week at least.
Even though it's a myth?
I still think people.
I don't believe the study.
I don't believe it either. I've seen it happen. I think people are very irritable.
You feel yourself get hot when you get mad.
Yeah, they get like it's
I think the combination is like if you're hot and hungry, like
that's true.
That's gonna get you angry. If you're cold and hungry, you're gonna be angry.
So really, it's just being hungry.
Are you just telling us you're hungry right now,
And if
Vanessa?
you're medium temperature and hungry,
I think what I'm saying is that
I think what you're saying is you need a sandwich.
I think now Vanessa needs to eat.
All right, someone get Vanessa a granola bar or something ASAP before she gets mean. We got Postmaster Johnny re-entering the studios for one question only. It's a Johnny Doesn't Know lightning round, and we have up for grabs tickets for you to go to a Hollywood screening. Listen to this. You'll be at the advanced screening of Project Hail Mary, IMAX, starring the great Ryan Gosling. And we get you into that if you're able to predict. Will Johnny know the answer to one very easy question? Yes or no is all you need to be able to say. Johnny Doesn't Know will be next on KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on KROQ.
Yeah!
KROQ.
KROQ Klein Alley Show. Johnny's been working on his comedy in the back. He'll be doing his live stand-up set tomorrow night at Jake's Comedy Show. Poster details, confusing as hell, up on our Instagram at Klein Alley Show. Hopefully we see you out there tomorrow night. It's totally free. Just come on out and support or hang out for a little bit. Johnny, Jake, how long is that whole thing going to be, that train wreck?
About an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay, great.
It's not one of those 7 till question mark.
Nope.
7 is
Karaoke starts at 9.
Such an annoying time to start this, too.
7?
It's really annoying. I wish it would have been 8.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good. 7's
Well,
not
Jake can move it.
Jake, can you
change
move?
the font.
I can't even tell what time it starts on the poster. Can we just say 8? Because no one can read it anyway. It's better for me.
Well, then don't come.
Oh, wow.
Well, whenever I don't
Jake's
come to your,
getting so
whenever I don't
sensitive.
come to your comedy shows, you always make a big point about it. You make me feel guilty, so I'm going.
Okay, then go. Then stop complaining.
All right. Hey, Monica, welcome to KROQ from Corona. Let's go ahead and say good morning and welcome you to a little round of Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny Doesn't Know. And I was like, okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
All right, Johnny. Categories that you could pick from for your one question include the following, and hopefully you pick wisely so that you can get a question right. That would be great. Yesterday, no one thought you had a chance, and then at the last possible second, you figured it out. I don't know how you did it. It was crazy yesterday.
What was the question yesterday?
I just remember the answer was protagonist, and it came out of nowhere.
Oh,
Nemo.
yeah.
It went from Nemo to protagonist.
Yeah.
I was shocked. Monica, good morning. Welcome to KROQ.
Good morning.
Here we go. Johnny, your questions. The categories could include astrology, ancient Irish traditions, Latin phrases, or word up.
Oh, word up.
Word up.
Yeah.
Word up.
All right, I'm going to give you a word, and all you have to do is tell us the definition of the word. And if you're able to do that successfully, really, that would be incredible. And Monica will predict whether or not you will know the definition of the word plethora. Will Johnny know what plethora means? Yes or no, Monica?
I'm going to say no. He let me down 2 weeks ago, so no.
Yeah, he's let us down more often than that. Johnny, the word is plethora. You look a little stumped already, just in the eyes.
Well, the espresso's starting to cool down now. Like
Crashing?
I'm not. Yeah.
You're already crashing?
Well,
You need another one.
Not crashing. I'm just like smooth sailing. Like I'm chilling.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say again? The word was?
She says you will.
Plethora?
Plethora.
Plethora.
The woman said you will not know. So have you heard that word before?
What a
Do you think
plethora
you've
is?
Yes, I got a plethora of stuff here. Forks. I got a plethora of forks on that table over there, which means I think a lot. A wide abundance of. Oh, you like that word, huh?
A wide abundance.
She perked up. I like that.
White girls love abundance.
Plethora.
Abundance.
A large or excessive amount of something. I can't believe
Look at that.
Johnny got it. Monica, I'm so sorry. She didn't think Johnny would have a chance.
We were wanting to give you a plethora of tickets.
We
but
did. We
can't.
cannot give those. We must give those to someone else right now. Johnny, incredible.
Isn't that crazy?
Do you remember learning? Isn't that crazy
It
that
is.
I knew a word?
I think it's crazy. I didn't think that there was any chance he was going to get that right.
Maybe later in life, Johnny is just all of a sudden recovering all of these memories and all of these things that he learned. That there was just a period where there's just like nothing in your brain, and now things are coming back.
Like, what if you guys meet me again when I'm like 47 instead of 27, and you're like, wow, your 20s were terrible to you.
Yeah.
But now you're 47, and now you got your ass together.
Cool.
Well, listen, I never would have thought in a million years Johnny had a chance at this, but he somehow got it right. So, Johnny, congratulations. Good for you, not good for the caller, but good for anyone else listening, because we'll give those tickets away to caller 20 right now at 800-520-1067. Get you to a big Hollywood screening on KROQ.
The world-famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Just some takeaways from today's show. Anything you bring with you into your life that you learned about on today's show. A lot of things coming through on the text line at 800-520-1067. Tomorrow's Friday. It's good news. $500 Friday. Chance to win $500 of Allie's money. Tomorrow morning, bright and early. If you like cash, you're using us to go ahead and help subsidize your life. That's okay. We'll do it again tomorrow. And last chances to hop on that standby boarding list with us, at least tomorrow. 2 more shots so we can get you to England, and we will give that trip away Monday morning. You'll have more chances throughout the day today, including with Sluggo in about 20 minutes, and then all day long straight up through 6 p.m. so that we can get you onto KROQ's Mile High Club. Go see Reading Fest with Sombr in England. A couple of messages on the goal line we didn't have time to get to today, and here's one.
I was just listening to the podcast, and you were talking about how Jake smells so bad that people had to go to the hospital from Disneyland. And in the back and forth, he screamed out nuclear, which, of course, is incorrect. It's pronounced nuclear. Nuclear is how idiots say it. Jake, you're an idiot.
So there's just some theories on the goat line about Jake being wrong. We will get into a very special bonus show called Klein Alley Showtime today. Yesterday we didn't have time because we had to run over to that Hollywood prop event, but we will do that today. So if you're waiting for that bonus podcast, we will get into that in moments, and then we'll drop it later this afternoon. So be ready to download Klein Alley Showtime or download the podcast Klein Alley Show, wherever you get your podcasts.
And Vanessa doesn't have her meeting, so she can join us.
Oh, great. She'll be in there all fired up today. So get ready for some extra Vanessa time during the Klein Alley Showtime
Get
pod.
jacked, Vanessa.
Yeah.
All right, takeaways from today's show. What we got?
562, my takeaway is the best way to greet a teacher is being 8 shots down and feeling happy.
Yeah, learn that from a parent who's got a drinking problem.
650, my takeaway is yay or ye? Nobody knows.
No one will ever know.
818, Klein is a fruit shamer. 661, it sucks to suck. And 402, I gotta get my BF Thursday donut dinner.
Gotta get that BF Thursday donut. Free Krispy Kreme, at least we think. What's your takeaway from today's show, Jake the Nerd?
Trunk burger, trunk shirts, or trunk bros. Woo!
Oh, my God.
Wow. How does that make you feel?
Not great. Allie, takeaway?
My takeaway is judges love tuxedo shirts.
That's how they know you respect them. Show up in anything less than a tuxedo shirt, the
Case dismissed.
judge will think you're being disrespectful. That guy's clearly innocent. He's got that tuxedo shirt on. Send him out there in the real world. Omar, you got a takeaway?
My takeaway is that Klein's a tampon.
Thank you.
Klein's
for that.
tampon.
That's a beautiful takeaway.
And that Johnny does a great Michael J. Fox impression.
Spot on. If you missed it, check out our socials, Klein Alley Show. You can go ahead and find us there on Instagram. And should mention the TikTok, because Vanessa's really trying to blow up that TikTok. So get over there for some special Vanessa exclusive content only on the Klein Alley Show TikTok. And that'll do it for us. Have a great day. Do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. Find us on YouTube, on KROQ's YouTube. Stick around. You've got yourself some Sluggo coming in here next.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Do-do-do. Klein and Alley, it's just okay.
Oh.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Just okay. Do-do-do.
Famous